talked himself into a hole. Like, you know how you overtalk sometimes? That's
Yeah,
kind of what
he
he did, and he just left too many holes in his argument. And that's when Mars poked a couple holes at him. That's when Low really went off. And then, Chill, he
low
obviously wasn't having it.
low went on him. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like Ticket did have it in the first half, but then you're right. He kept going and going, and then his whole world turned upside down real quick.
Yeah, and on top of that, Ticket went on one. He went Ticket went 1-on-4. He challenged everybody on the panel.
I feel like Ticket usually does try to go 1v4. I'm here for it.
Nah, he loves it, bro. I mean, I admire the dude just for that. I know a lot of people don't like Ticket, but shit, I love Ticket and the energy he brings. And even if the same things that he says doesn't make sense, bro, it's just never back down mentality, bro. The mindset to be great, the mentality that you have, me against all odds, against the world. That's what I do. That's what he does.
Yeah,
Too
that's
I
his
bad
love
Bron
forte
don't
that.
got
there.
that.
Yeah, that's for sure what
Too
you're doing today. But
too
before
bad.
we
Too bad Bron don't got that mindset, Doug.
That's a fact.
Ouch.
I seen
bef-
the Redeem team last night, bro. Had goosebumps the whole time, bro. It was fucking amazing. Kobe
all right.
Bryant and his mentality, son. My bad, Jay.
No, we'll get back into that. Go ahead, Jay.
Before we let Dub crucify himself and jump off the highest cliff possible, I just want to share some announcements. You guys have probably already seen this going on. As long as you have your notifications turned on for the Player's Choice YouTube channel, This Might Get Nasty finally premiered with Shaq and Euro. They've been working behind the scenes on that stuff. And you guys finally got to see episode 1 if you are a member. The tiers have changed around. There's more tiers now. The This Might Get Nasty tier allows you to see those episodes. I believe that they go live as well, so you can watch it live and you can watch it after they're live. So if you want to watch This Might Get Nasty with Shaq and Euro, make sure you subscribe to that membership. And again, like I said, there are more memberships now. There's a bunch of different perks to every level of membership. Bro, like we said, we've got so much stuff going on and even more stuff coming down the pipeline. They announced it yesterday on the panel. Fluent and Chill coming back on Thursdays. We got something coming on Fridays too. I don't know if that was announced, Ron.
Oh, no, it hasn't been. We got something
All right.
nice coming on Fridays.
Stay tuned. Fridays. And shout out to everybody that is tuning in live to Player's Choice right now. As always, you guys are more than welcome to stay, hang out, and watch Player's Choice. But we do charge an entry fee, and that is hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button as well, if you have not done so already. All right, Dub. Without further ado, are you ready to
Why you
go on the
putting
high
me?
dive?
Why you putting me on the corner? Like, why are we doing this? Like,
Why?
come on, son.
Why am I putting you top left?
We could have just let this all happen naturally. We didn't have to make a big deal out of this. But y'all seen the title of the video. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar might be one of the biggest frauds in NBA history. And the reason I say this is for one reason alone. There's no case that you can make for this man to be the greatest of all time. Absolutely none.
You hear that, Ron and
And
Bobby?
here's
No case.
and here's why. And here's why. Let's talk about the accolades. And this goes to Mars's point. Accolades don't make you a better person. And the only reason why people think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT is because of all these chips and all these MVPs and the fact that he's the leading scorer in NBA history. But when we dial in and look at in the way in which he won those MVPs, you're not really gonna be impressed. He was he won most of his MVPs in the 1980s, bro. And understand this: the players were the ones voting for the MVPs from 1980 and before. He got 6 MVPs due to player voting. He never won an MVP ever since that.
Who else
Imagine
should be
LeBron.
voting, Doug?
Imagine LeBron. No. Understand that. Now let's say if a LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they all had the benefit of having the players vote for them as a MVP voting. Can you imagine how many more MVPs these guys would have if the players were able to vote? On top of that, this guy was winning a lot of his MVPs in a time where Dr. J, Moses Malone, George Gorman was all playing in the ABA. Think about that. Think about LeBron James in the 2010s, KD, Stephen Curry, and James Harden is not playing in the same league as him. How much that would be able to catapult him to win more MVPs. Understand that. Now we want to talk about the rings. Come on, son. He won with Magic Johnson and the bomb squad in the Showtime Lakers, bro. Like, let's put that into context.
When has LeBron ever
Hold
not
up.
won a ring
Let's-
without help?
let's-
When has
no,
Jordan
it's
ever
not-
not
it's
won
not
a
a-
ring
it's
without
not
help?
about- it's
When
not
has
about-
Kobe ever won
it's
a
not
ring
about-
without help?
No, wait, Ron. Let me finish. It's not about help.
Shaquille
'Cause
O'Neal?
everybody needs help. But let's put this all in perspective.
Tim
real quick.
Duncan,
Think of
Larry
LeBron
Bird.
James. Hold up. Think of LeBron James, right? LeBron James at the age of 32, 33 years old, coming in and playing with the likes of a rookie Luka, coming in with playing with the likes of a DPOY player, a caliber player like a Marcus Smart, playing with a two-way threat in Jamal Wilkes like a Jimmy Butler, and I don't know, a borderline all-star like a Norm Nixon and Fred VanVleet. You gonna sit here and tell me that LeBron James ain't gonna be winning 6 to 7 rings easily with that cast for that extended period of time?
So can
That's
I give
the
you
caliber.
LeBron's cast?
That's
So
the
can I give you
caliber of
LeBron's
people.
cast?
That's the caliber of
look,
people that he
'cause
had
look,
on his team.
Because look, Kareem played with Magic for 10 years, right? So let me give you who Bron played with for 10 years. Can we do that?
You can do that.
Yo,
You can't.
Wade-
If you're about to combine Dwayne Wade,
You
AJ,
can't-
and
you
Curry
can't
into
combine
You
one,
have to. No, you have to.
can't
No, you
combine
don't.
them into
No, you
one. You
don't.
can't
you
do
have,
that.
You have because he played with significant help for 10 straight years. And he
didn't-
still is.
He didn't
He
play
played
with all that. He
significant
didn't
help
play with
for
all
10
of that
years.
help. He didn't play with all of that help is at the same time as the
He-
point, Ron. He
So
played
the
with
Heat weren't a
Magic.
super squad. They weren't a super.
They weren't a
duper-
super squad, but the Showtime Lakers was a super duper squad. Probably the biggest super duper squad we've ever seen, son.
Nobody,
Especially
picked the Heat
compared to
lose.
the era.
Nobody picked the Heat to lose.
Nobody was picking the fucking Lakers to lose, bro.
People were picking the Lakers to lose against the
Yeah.
Celtics.
And understand this. There's one more point that I also forgot. All these guys talk about impact on winning, right? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, I think every year that they've been in their prime, they've never missed the playoffs. Never. Not once. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his prime, 1976, he missed the playoffs, bro. Played 65 games on the Milwaukee Bucks and missed the playoffs. Then he goes to the Lakers the year after. He misses the fucking playoffs again. The Milwaukee Bucks from 76 and 77, their record did not change at all. They still won 38 games with and without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Can you imagine if LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers and he didn't make the playoffs?
How you not
Can you
gonna make the
imagine if?
playoffs with
Can you
Dwayne Wade and
imagine
Chris
if?
Bosh?
Can you imagine if LeBron James didn't make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, bro?
All right, real quick.
We would
Dub.
crucify this man.
All right,
Crucify him.
Look, I didn't even. I don't talk about Kareem as the greatest because of his MVPs. I didn't even know he had 6 MVPs. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
That don't really matter to me. It's like, why is he not at least one? If he's not one, why isn't he 2? Tell me why he's not 1 or 2 because of his gameplay. Tell me about the way he got down. Tell me about the way he played basketball. What about his game is not GOAT worthy? Please tell me that. I don't want to hear about he did MVP. He played with this person, played with that person.
That's easy.
All greats played with somebody that's, if not a great, on everybody's list, is a great on most people's list. So please explain to me, as far as basketball wise, he's not the GOAT. Let's talk about some hoop shit, Dub. Let's talk about some hoop shit, Dub.
Accolades don't matter.
That's easy.
I'm not necessarily saying that accolades don't matter
that.
because they matter. They matter to a certain extent. They matter to a certain extent. And
if the word era comes out of your mouth in this argument too,
I don't even have to bring up
if the word plumber comes out of your mouth,
I'm not
gonna
mention the cokeheads that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was playing.
What about the cokeheads in the NBA today? You think these cats ain't doing coke?
They're smoking weed. They ain't doing coke, bro.
You think they're not doing coke?
We don't know.
Lamar Odom's question.
Y'all better cut it out. Y'all better cut it out.
But no, we could talk about their games easily, bro. Especially just Michael Jordan, LeBron James. That's easy to do. The two-way threat that those two poses, the impact on the game.
Talk about Kareem. What was his
Kareem's game?
deficiency? Talk about how weak his game was, Dub. I need to hear this.
Oh,
Talk some hoop shit, Dub.
Kareem. No, listen. Kareem. I'm not gonna say Kareem was ass. That's actually a wrong thing to do. Kareem was actually very good. He was a good two-way threat. He could score the basketball. He had that unstoppable shot relative to his era, and he was a great defender. You can't take that away from him. The point in which I'm making is that there's no way that this guy could be counted in as the GOAT at all.
Why?
You got LeBron James and Michael Jordan right there. LeBron James and Michael Jordan right there. That's it. The impact that those guys had, the dominance that those guys had, the polarizing figure that those guys are. That's why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath as the GOAT conversation due to those two and what they've done. Now, honestly, bro, if you want me to go far and kind of be nasty, bro,
Please do.
I think Shaq and Hakeem might even be better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You
That's
give
that's
those
not
guys,
crazy.
you
That's
give
not
those
crazy.
guys the supporting cast that Kareem
No,
Abdul-Jabbar
no,
had.
no, no,
Bro,
no, no,
I'm
no, no, no,
telling you,
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
you, bro.
Let's talk about
They
what
winning.
actually happened. Don't start
All right,
going.
let's do
If
it. Let's
you
do it.
gave
Let's
them
do it.
this, don't start
Okay,
doing that.
bet. All right, bet. We could compare them easily. Shaquille O'Neal, most dominant player in NBA history, correct?
Yeah.
Most dominant player in NBA history is not even
Mhm.
fucking close.
Hey, I have Shaq
And
a lot higher
if
on
he
my
was-
list than other people would.
And let me tell you, if you could pull up a picture of these two right here, if you don't think that Shaq is going to dominate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got another thing.
Stop
coming,
using
bro.
that.
Hey,
Talk
No,
about
no,
what
no.
happened.
I'm
Dub.
You
talking
said,
about. I'm talking
Doug,
about what happened. We're
Doug,
talking about them as players, right?
Everything that
I'm talking
Shaq
about
gives
them as
Kareem,
players, right?
Kareem gives it back to him and more. And more. Believe me, and more.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I think Shaq would kill Kareem. Easy. Kareem ain't strong enough.
They go kill each other.
Kareem wasn't strong enough. Kareem wasn't strong enough to be able to hold it against Shaq. Let's clarify that, number one. Now we're gonna talk Hakeem Olajuwon, bro. Hakeem Olajuwon is what? Probably the best defender in NBA history, right?
Not including Bill Russell, but yes, carry on.
Okay, not including Bill Russell, but yes,
Yeah,
Hakeem Olajuwon, the best defender in NBA history. Isn't he a great scorer as well, especially relative to his position?
I'm not gonna sit here and
So you
disrespect
got
Hakeem Olajuwon. Don't
you
you're not
got
gonna get me
Hakeem
to fuck L
Olajuwon.
on Hakeem.
I'm just saying, you got Hakeem Olajuwon who could score. He could score just as good as Kareem. We're not going to be real. The only reason he has 36,000 points per game because he plays so fucking long. But if we strip that away and just look at their games, Hakeem Olajuwon could score just as well as fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's a better defender. How the fuck aren't you taking that guy?
So
You're
where's the
coercing
where does the front?
coercing Mars into being on your side is disgusting.
I ain't
'cause he wants
coercing.
to talk so bad, but he has.
I'm
waiting
halfway
for you
on
to-
Dub's side right now.
I'm waiting for you, Dub. I'm waiting for you to explain to me how Kareem is a fraud. And Mars, Chill is not here to save you. This is not the panel. So chill.
What the hell?
Chill,
I just
chill,
said I'm
Mars.
halfway. I'm halfway with
Chill
Dub.
not
I'm
here to save
I'm
you,
not
Mars.
all the-
Strip
I'm not all the
everything
way on the
away.
cliff, but I'm
What's
halfway.
up? What's up,
We
Dub?
strip-
How is he a fraud?
Like you said, we strip everything away. Fuck the accolades. Fuck all this shit. We look at them as players, bro. How the fuck is he better than Hakeem and Shaq?
All right, because
How is
check
he
it
even
out.
the greatest player of all
Check it out.
time?
Check it out. When you a hooper and you play ball and you play with other hoopers that's dope, it don't matter how they play. It don't matter if they play point guard, if they flashy, if they get down, if you nasty, you nasty. You might not like the fact that he kept coming with the sky hooks and couldn't nobody stop it. I know it drives you crazy to watch him come and just time and time again. I know you hate it because it's not flashy and you so caught up on vanity over getting shit done. But the man is the leading scorer of all time and made 1 3-point basket his whole career. That's not dominance.
No, he played
That's
great.
not
I give him
dominance.
credit. I give him credit
What
for
are you
what he did
talking
in his
about?
time.
So the thing about it is, I'm not gonna sit here and discredit LeBron, Magic, Shaq, because that's not what you do. When we're mere mortals, and when we talk about the gods, we leave them alone. And you came on, Dub. I love you, Dub.
I love you too, brother.
Every day I go to the gym. I got knee surgery back in May, and ever since I got off my crutches, I've been in the gym every day. Every single day, Dub. This is my gym bag, Dub.
Oh man, bro.
I love you, Dub. But
Dang, bro.
right now you speaking treason.
I'm sorry, bro, but
This
I
is
have
treasonous, Dub. And
listen,
I
Bobby.
can't believe of all people that you will come here and disrespect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, call him a fraud after all the work that man put in. He played his longevity along. You said the only reason he made that many points is because he played so long. LeBron's on that trajectory too. So are we going to discredit Bron?
No.
Are we going to
Hold
discredit?
on, because I got to get this off my chest.
That's not right.
Go ahead, Ron.
That's not right.
Wait, Bobby hurt my soul, Ron. Hold up, Bobby hurt my soul, especially, bro. Like, listen, bro. I'm sorry I'm coming for your favorite player, and what you showed me, bro, with that bag, I damn near shed a tear. I'm gonna just keep it real with you, brother. But I have to keep it real, and I need to understand. I need to put everything into understanding. I'm not saying Kareem is a fraud as in he is ass. I'm saying Kareem is a fraud as in the context of the way that people gratify and glorify this man as if it's undeniably that he's the best center in NBA history, as if it's undeniably that he's a top 3 player of all time. That's where I say it's a fraud. It's not because I think he's ass or I don't think that what he did in his time was amazing. It's the fact that I don't like how everyone just propels him to this unbelievable level that I don't think he's on. He in his prime, he didn't make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Can y'all imagine if
Kobe
LeBron
didn't make the playoffs in his prime.
It's Kobe.
What are we
That's
talking about?
no, no,
What do you
no,
mean
no,
it's
no.
Kobe?
It's fine.
What
It's
do
fine.
you mean
It's
it's
fine.
Kobe?
Hold on,
Yes,
hold on,
it's
hold
Kobe.
up,
He didn't
hold
make
up,
the playoffs.
hold up, LeBron. How many?
I
How many?
never came up here and heard you bash Kobe.
Baron. How many people sit here and glorify Kobe, and how many people bring that up as a point of his argument to not even be close to being top 5?
Kobe has
But they don't do the
way
same.
more
They don't.
He has way more people that glorify him than Kareem. Way more people.
What? Ron,
Yeah,
you know people have Kobe Bryant on the
Ron's
lower
right.
end of a top 10. That's not true, Jay. You know how many people have Kobe Bryant on the lower end of the top 10?
You don't even
have
know how
Kareem
many
as a
people
top
have.
You
five?
know how many
Kobe.
people I've heard? I've heard just as many people that don't have Kobe in their top 7, top 8
Ron,
as
stop
people
capping.
that have Kobe as their number 1 player of all time. And I'll bring
Ron.
him on right now and he'll cook you
Ron,
right now.
Even
I'll
though,
Where my
Ron,
phone
even
at?
though I glorify
Don't
his
Kobe
name
Bryant,
Bama?
bro,
send his
we're
text
not.
message out. He'll come up here.
Is his name
We
Bama?
could do a poll in the chat right now. We could do a poll in the chat right now. Who's better, Kobe or Kareem? And I guarantee you a lot of people pick Kareem or Abdul-Jabbar.
It'll
No, they
probably be
wouldn't.
50-50. It'll
Mars,
probably
do
be
you know
50-50.
our demographic? Or
Yeah,
Mars, sorry, Dub.
This is
sorry, Mars.
We're very Kobe.
Yeah,
pro
Dub, do you know
Kobe
our
over here.
demographic?
Yeah, very.
Wait,
Wait, hold on, but Dub, if you got, so you got Kareem over Kobe? Dub?
I have Kobe over Kareem. Easy.
Exactly. So what? Then you
What you
just
mean?
proved my point.
Ron,
You
I'm not.
literally just proved my point.
No, I didn't prove your point because I'm arguing against what the masses are holding this man to. I'm not holding it over my own personal opinion. I'm telling you what the masses do. And the masses, and that's a fact. It's a fact that the masses has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a top 5 player way more than Kobe Bryant as a top 5 player. That is a fact. That is a fact, bro. You're not going to just sit here and change that because of what I believe. What I believe is an outlier. It is a fact that in the general consensus of the NBA community, Kareem is top 5 and Kobe is not.
All right, Dub. So can I explain to you some things that Kareem did that may change your opinion? But if it doesn't, just to let you know the magnitude that we need to hold Kareem to and the reason why he is in a lot of people's top 3 unanimously. So do you know that before Kareem came into the NBA, how many games did that Bucks team won?
27 or 28.
They won 27. He comes on the very next year as a rookie, fresh out of being the best college player ever as well. That's a debate for another day.
They won 50 games. Yep.
They won 56. Put some respect on that man's name and put some respect
and
on
what
the
about
team.
and what about in his prime?
They had Bobby Dandridge on that team as well.
Yeah,
He was very
and what
good.
about the year in 1976
So
that
if
you're
they
just
had
gonna
why
you're gonna
the hell
forget
they
about?
27 the year
They
before?
didn't make the playoffs.
No,
in 76.
he was a rookie as well. Both of them, Kareem and Bobby Dandridge, came in the same year, and that's what helped the Bucks become good. So it's not just Kareem.
Thank you, Mars. Thank you for that
I
context.
will put a lot
Hold
of
up,
that
Ron.
on Kareem.
Hold up,
So would
Ron.
I. He was the best player on the team.
Hold up,
But
Ron.
Best player
But
in
then
the
you're
league.
now you're
Yes, in
forgetting
1970, he was the best player in the league.
Now you're
He
forgetting
came
the
into
fact.
the NBA
Hold up,
as
bro.
the best player in the NBA. What did he average? Do you want to know what he averaged, Dub? He averaged 28 in 28, 14
cool.
rebounds and 4
That's
assists.
fine.
Numbers you've never seen before. But
Perfect.
guess what?
Cool.
But guess what?
Cool.
It gets better.
Cool.
But wait,
MJ did
there's
the same
more.
shit.
In the playoffs.
MJ did the
As
same
a
shit.
rookie in the playoffs.
Mhm.
He averaged 35 and 16 and 4 rebounds. They didn't keep track of blocks, but if they did, I'm sure it was around 5. You better stop talking that nasty shit out your mouth right now. 35, 16 and 4. You've never heard of nobody
And
doing
this
that.
is why. And
Yo,
this is
JD,
why.
let's move on because this
Hold
is
on, wait.
nonsense.
No, wait. This
This
is
is
why.
nonsense,
This is why.
JD.
This is why you have to take. This is why. All right, 2 points to address. Number one. The first point I'm gonna address. You're gonna mention that rookie year and then him No, the year before his rookie year, and then him coming, they win 56 games. But now you're forgetting the fact that he missed the playoffs in his prime in 1976. He missed the playoffs. They won 38 games. Then he leaves the Milwaukee Bucks. They win 38 games again. So that doesn't show the impact of Kareem.
And then what did he do?
That shows
he went on to win 5 more rings.
He didn't make the playoffs that next year, Ron. But you're forgetting that again. Hold up.
What did he do the next year? What did he do the next year?
He didn't win.
He didn't win.
He won in 1980, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh,
1981.
So 2 years later.
He needed Magic Johnson to win that shit. Number one.
And who did LeBron need to win his ring? And who did LeBron need?
That's number one. That's
who
number
did LeBron
need? Number two. You
ran down to Miami to go jump on Dwayne's sack.
And then what? Bullshit ass 35. You brought this bullshit ass 35 points per game argument, right?
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit because at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge. You said 1972, right?
No.
Pace. 1970. Pace is an extreme and underrated factor on why players score so much. And the pace of play at that time was at damn near all-time highs.
Okay.
That's why he's putting up 35 points per game.
Here's what I want you to do.
Let's put that into context.
I want you to go into your little mechanics thing, whatever you got, your little metric system, readjust it, and then come back and let me know how much he would have averaged today. And keep in mind that's as a rookie. Please. And keep in mind that's
I think it's like per 36. What's his per 36? What's his per 36? Yeah, that's what I need.
As a rookie, adjust.
Wait. Where does this formula come from, Mars? Is this something that you made up, or is this some analytical shit that they're doing nowadays?
It's on basketball. It's on Basketball Reference. Hold on, I'll do this shit. I'll do this shit my damn self.
Good luck.
I mean, me against the fucking
per 36 isn't a perfect stat, but as a rookie, Kareem was averaging 24 and 12 per 36.
And what about in the playoffs?
Still called.
And in the playoffs, he was 29 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't want
so all that 30. No, wait.
29 and 14.
Wait, Ron. No. What he did in the playoffs
rookie.
Is great. No. What he did in the playoffs, that's great. That's great, Ron. But you said 35 points per game. You said, oh, who's doing that? And they rookie
because that's what it was.
That goes to the bullshit. That goes to the bullshit.
So if
you have to adjust it.
You have to adjust it. Now check this out. If that's the case, because I'm gonna tell you how corny this shit sounds. If that's the case, everything that Steve Nash did in D'Antoni's system doesn't count because their pace was outrageous. Everything that James Harden did in D'Antoni's system doesn't count because
you're gonna break their hearts, bro. You're gonna hurt their feelings.
All they did was shoot threes and run up and down the floor. Bro, I don't want to hear that.
You see what you're doing?
We don't do that with Steve Nash. We don't do that
now
with
you're
James
putting words
Harden
in my mouth.
Now
you're putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Words in my mouth.
I'm telling everybody that none of this counts then.
Oh, no. That's not what I said. What you said was 35 points per game, and then you try to hold that in the realm.
That's what he averaged.
Hold up, Ron. Let me finish. I know you're not making something up, but you're holding that in a realm where it's something that's damn near impossible. And I'm saying you can count it. That's fine, 100%. You can count on what he did in his rookie year. That's cool. But don't act as if it was such an impossible feat when there's other outlier factors that led to him having 35 points per game.
Like what?
Like pace. He just put up the points per game, per 36, and the numbers drop down.
So you're gonna knock them for running? If you can't run, you can't hoop, Dub.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get there and run. The man 7 feet tall, run like a gazelle. You mad at him for that?
No, it's not knocking.
Because he getting up and down the court playing defense, getting back down the court dunking, getting down the court playing defense.
It's not knocking these guys as players. It's just putting everything into context and understanding so that we can have a better understanding of the game. We can't sit here and say this guy averaged 35 points per game, so he was playing on this god level tier that was better than everybody else.
So can I tell you what he did the next year? Since you want to talk about god level, can I tell you what he did the next year? Okay, so they won 56 his first year, right? Previous year, they won 27. Next year, they won 56. Mm-hmm. The following year, they win 66. Okay, Mars, I know you're going to say this. Oscar Robertson did come on the team. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
He did.
That's huge. That's huge.
But check this out.
One of the best players in the NBA.
With Oscar, Kareem gets regular season MVP. They obviously go to the finals.
Player voting.
Win the finals. Kareem gets finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's
called he was the best player on. He was the best player on the team. Yes,
nobody's taking that away. Nobody's taking that away.
I'm putting everything into context. That's what you like to do so much, right? 66 wins, regular season MVP, finals MVP. One of the greatest seasons of all time. And guess what he averaged again? 31 and 16 during the regular season.
I know rebound. Hold on, because we just got a 50 piece, so we got to get to this right now. Matthias Owolabi. I hope that's how I pronounce it. I apologize if I mispronounce it. He said Kareem was the greatest player in high school, college, in the NBA. Was so good they had to ban dunking because they had to make the game fair for everyone else. Don't know what game changes LeBron or MJ made to that level.
Damn.
I mean, we could just talk about we could talk about how the impact that MJ made through the international level and the impact that he has. And then we're gonna talk about LeBron James and the impact he did with like all these players has impact on the game. They changed the rules for Kareem.
Not like
that's
that.
fine. Duncan, bro, like that's not moving me. Number one. Number two, Ron, that's cool. What you said is fine. I'm not knocking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and what he's done. Don't get this misconstrued. All I'm saying is, who's better, MJ, LeBron, or Kareem? That's all I'm saying. How does that make Kareem Abdul-Jabbar better than those guys? He has great feats. Nobody's taking that away. He's played great. He did great in his career. What he did in his career better than what those guys has done? That's what I'm saying.
This is what I was saying the other day. We emphasize that top 10 so much that they got us up here nitpicking about who's the greatest between MJ and Kareem.
Whose feet are bigger?
You know, like what are we doing?
MJ's LeBron's feet is bigger.
You calling him a fraud? You call him a fraud.
I need somebody to answer my question though.
No. We're gonna move on because we've been talking about this for almost 30 minutes.
Hold on, JD. I got one more thing I have to say because
this is gonna take 10 more minutes.
We're comparing Kareem and LeBron a lot, and longevity and all of this. And I know LeBron's gonna pass Kareem's all-time scoring record sometime at some point this year. But I just want to let you know what Kareem did at 38, that I need LeBron to do at 38 since he's better than Kareem. Since he's better than Kareem, this is what I need LeBron to do this year.
Ron, but hold on. After 4 years of dominating the college level too.
I'm not even gonna bring that up. I thought Dub was gonna make me get into that because you don't just come into the NBA and average 30 without being able to average at 35 without being able to average 30 the year before that. As a freshman, Kareem should have went straight from high school to the league. So that's 4 years of scoring that was taken off his resume. But we're not gonna get into that. At 38,
Jay, this is the
Kareem won a Finals MVP.
Jay, this is the last.
Average 22 and 8. So here's all I'm saying that I need LeBron to do. I need LeBron to win a Finals MVP at 38 as well. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I need LeBron to win a Finals MVP at 38 too.
I mean, that's possible.
Wait. Dub, was your argument that Bron's better than Kareem? Is that your argument?
Bron's better than Kareem. There's not doubt.
All right, I'm off this.
What's his name? What Kareem was doing at the age of 38 in 1986, he was averaging 23, 6 rebounds a game, 1.6 blocks. I mean, I think LeBron James could do that pretty easily. He just had 30 points.
And I need him to win a Finals MVP. I don't want to hear no numbers.
And then
I think Kareem was 37 when he won the Finals MVP. But
wait.
I forgot. Y'all also the same ones that said rebounded don't matter. So.
Oh yeah, Ron, what the fuck are you talking about? He didn't win a Finals MVP.
It's a year difference. It doesn't.
I don't care.
It's the same point.
I don't care.
And at 40, he averaged 22.
And I guarantee
if anything, Magic Johnson deserved that Finals
if LeBron James, yes, Magic Johnson did. If LeBron James had the caliber of supporting cast that Kareem had at that time, he definitely would have won that shit.
But Bron was ducking phase. Bron ran from the smoke, went to Miami. What are you talking about?
Checkmate.
We're not gonna compare that. When you look.
Checkmate. Jay, we got it.
Come on, let's move past this.
Dub has claimed checkmate. Left Diggy sent the super chat. If we're talking basketball, if we're talking all basketball, it's Kareem and it ain't even close. Get me on the panel. I'm cooking everyone on site. Ace Sturdy sent super chat, said, JD, please let me cook Dub. Oh my God, there's so many super chats coming in. Chat, this is crazy. Chase Richter, 29 and 14 as a rookie. Not impressive when you're playing against plumbers on cocaine.
Time out.
Thank you. Talk that talk, man.
No, because it's a lot of big time basketball recruits in high school and whatnot who'll be 5 stars and they don't average 29 and 14 and they're playing against JV and freshman players.
They was doing this all day.
I don't want to hear that. Come on.
All day, bro.
29 and 14 is impressive no matter how you slice it. I don't care if you're a middle schooler, college player. In the
Facts.
NBA, it's even more impressive.
Hey, Dub, that's why the pace was so fast. That was off that powder.
Samuel Moore said super chat. So nobody could dunk back then. Tough comp. Eric Dupree, super chat. Mars pushing Magic agenda last week. This week, it's Dub and Kareem agenda. True. What's next week going to be? iOS Inc.
Whoa.
He said, "Fuck Kareem."
Whoa.
Damn.
I wouldn't go that far.
Damn.
Kareem.
Okay, let's stay on the same topic ish with Kareem and LeBron, because this year LeBron is expected to surpass Kareem in all-time points scored. And so I want to ask you, Ron and Bobby, if LeBron, well, first of all, because Ron, Kareem's your GOAT,
Yeah.
right? Bobby, is Kareem your GOAT?
He's number 1 on my top 10 list.
Okay. If LeBron passes him in all-time points, is that something that is enough to put him up to pass Kareem in your top list? Or if not, what do you need to see for him to rank Bron over Kareem on your specific list?
I'll go first because I'll just get it out the way quick. I don't think it will, because I don't feel like I'm disrespecting Bron at the position I got him at. Once again, I'll say that if you're in the top 10, you are a GOAT. And I don't really think I don't think it matters if he's on my top, if he's top of my list, so no, it won't move him.
And really quick, because I actually wanted to touch on this at the end of the last segment. Before we even went live, I had kind of an epiphany, a moment of clarity of last time Bobby came on and he was giving us his top 10 and explaining why he has who he has in his top 10 and why in reality does it really matter. And I actually, in the moment when I was reacting to it, I was like, that's crazy, right? Then I thought about it. I don't think ranking people in your top 10, like 1 to 10, I don't think it matters where they're at. Like, it doesn't matter if you put Magic Johnson at 1 and Michael Jordan at 3 on your list.
Because if you remember,
they're on the same plane and they're different players. So I started thinking about that. I was like, that's not that crazy.
You can make an argument Magic over Jordan.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'd love to hear the argument.
Go ahead, Mars. It's your turn. Here, I'm attacking with.
I'd love to hear that.
Hold on.
I'm not about to, because I have Jordan at number 2, and I have Magic at number 3. So.
No, I just want to know what would the argument be?
Ron, I would love to hear the argument too, but first I got to hear what would it take for LeBron to surpass Kareem, and then I'd like you to segue into Magic, how you would argue that.
Another day, Mars. We'll save that for another day.
No.
There's no argument. Like, there's no argument for Magic over mine.
You can definitely make an argument, but I'm not gonna get
it.
It
would be a terrible argument.
It can be, but you guys
Magic's taller, so he ranks higher. That's about as far as you can get.
I make terrible arguments every day, so I'm saying I can argue it. I'm not gonna say that it's true or that I'm gonna sway anybody.
So you'd lose the argument.
No, I wouldn't, because I have Jordan ahead of him.
No, but if you were to argue, you would lose the argument.
No, because I'm not going to argue it. You're trying to get me to argue something that I
No, I'm not asking. I'm getting you to say that the argument, whoever makes the argument for Magic Johnson over MJ, they would lose that argument.
You would have to go talk. Yeah, they would lose the argument.
Okay,
but
so then they can't make the argument.
You can still
I could argue that Trae Young is the best point guard ever. It doesn't mean it's a good argument.
That's okay. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Anyone can argue anything.
What you're saying is that if you lose an argument that you can't argue.
No, I'm saying if there's no way to win the argument, just saying you can make the argument means nothing. It's pointless. You can't win it. I could argue Kwame Brown over Michael Jordan just because I can.
No, but that's
no, you can't. No, you can't.
Who got drafted number 1? Who got drafted number 1?
What does that matter, Mars? Who got drafted number 1? What are you talking about?
Who got drafted number 1?
They weren't even in the same draft class.
Who got drafted number 1?
Hold on.
One's a number 1 pick, one's not a number 1 pick. That clearly shows that relative to their time, one was clearly seen as the best.
Mars, I think you are telepathic, because the name that was in my head before you said that was, let's compare Kwame Brown to someone. And you said
Kwame Brown over Michael Jordan, number 1 pick.
No, but number 1 like dude just said in the comments, you're just trolling. At this point, like
anyone can make an argument about anything. That's my point. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to give you a prime example of comparing two players that are really close to each other, but one is just better than the other. Okay. No, I'm gonna say KD and Giannis. Dub will come up here and argue KD over Giannis every day. Dale will come up here and argue KD over Giannis when I know deep down they don't believe that KD's better than Giannis, but they'll still come up here and argue that.
I'll argue KD.
You see what I'm saying? So that's an argument.
That's not Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. That's an
but
argument.
it's close
That's
enough.
Wait a second. What are you talking? See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all be disrespecting Magic, disrespecting Kareem.
It's not disrespect to Magic to say he's not in Michael
make
Jordan's
an argument
team.
for KD, bro. You're saying Magic Johnson over MJ, bro.
Like if you said Magic Johnson versus like Shaq or versus Tim Duncan or even versus Kobe,
and all these cats are top 10.
Yeah, there's like you said, there's levels to it. 1 to 3, you said before the show, 1 to 3 is a certain level. 4 to 6 is a certain level. 7 to 10 is a different level.
7 to 9, because Scotty's
7 to 9, yeah, Scottie Pippen, yeah, whatever. But Magic Johnson's not in the 1 to 3 tier. Michael Jordan is in that tier. They're in different.
He's number 3. It go Kareem, Jordan, Magic.
No.
Okay.
My God.
Let's get off this because we're just gonna keep going in circles. Ron, what would it take for LeBron to pass Kareem on your list?
For LeBron to pass Kareem on my list, LeBron's gonna have to get a couple more rings. For me,
a couple more.
I weigh accolades.
No, he's never passing. He's never passing him.
That's why he said that, Jedi. He never wants to put Bron in front of you.
He never want to do it
in his lifetime. But then here's what I'm trying to say though, as well. Like, I look at games as well. Like, yes, accolades, it means a lot, but I look at games as well. And I think Kareem did a little more than Jordan. Or did a little more than Jordan too, but did a little more than Bron.
Okay, Ron, I wanna pose a question to you then. What if LeBron, he plays for the next 4 to 5 years? Let's say he does. But, he's obviously gonna be on the downside of his career, and he's coming off the bench, limited minutes, right? And let's say he gets taken to a championship, wins a ring, but he's not the LeBron James we all know and love today. Are you counting that ring?
It depends what role he plays. If he's
that's nasty because you just said if he wins a couple more rings.
It didn't matter for Kareem.
That's why I'm about to get to that. Relax. Relax. I'm saying Kareem was the second best player in his older years. So I'm saying, like, if AD is all of a sudden the Finals MVP and Bron's the second best player, but he's putting in work, yeah, that counts. Now, if he's sitting on the end of the bench, no, or if he's coming off the bench, that'd be a little sketchy. But if he's putting in work, yeah, I'm gonna give Bron his props.
Yeah, we gotta count that ring because we count KD's rings and Steph's rings, so gotta count those.
Nobody's not counting rings.
No, because JD asked if you would count that ring for Steph. I mean, count that ring for Bron. So I'm just saying, you gotta count the rings.
Ron, would you count a ring? Hold on, wait. Can I ask?
Scottie Pippen guarded Magic Johnson. That's cap. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cap. Ron.
Wait. What'd you say, Morris?
Someone in the chat said that Michael Jordan didn't even guard Magic, and that was
he didn't. Because wait, that first ring they won, Magic was cooking Jay. Magic was cooking Jordan ass. Then they put Pippen on Magic, and they won the ring. It's hey, bro, that's common knowledge.
No,
that's common knowledge.
False.
That's common knowledge.
He got put on Magic for one game. That's it, because MJ was in foul trouble. Every other game, MJ was guarding Magic Johnson.
The only game Scottie Pippen guarded Magic was game 2, and that's because
we've seen Magic. I mean, we've seen Pippen guard them all in those rings. We've seen Magic guard Sean Kemp. We've seen Magic guard Charles Barkley. Pippen. My bad. We've seen Pippen.
Yeah, Scottie was a better defender. I'm not arguing that. Just the guy said that.
I'm just saying they was gonna get their ass whooped if it wasn't for Pippen.
All right, let's move. Dutch Sensei sent super chat. If you don't like Bron, just say that. Get your
don't like Bron. When you run from the funk, you don't get no credit for that. If you get your bike took, you get your bike back. Don't go running. Get your partners. Hey, he took my bike. That's some sucker shit. Don't run from the smoke.
Bobby came to play ball today. Can we get some wobbies in the chat?
You have KD over here.
I mean, that's one of those things. Like, I'm not mad at you for having Giannis over KD, but I got KD.
If there's anyone who's running from the smoke, it's KD.
Yeah, KD in that same exact category.
Oh, do you like KD? Do you like? Wait. Because all he said was he doesn't.
No, I'm a hooper though. I'm talking about basketball. I think he's a great basketball player, but I think he's still a sucker though.
Yeah. So he just doesn't like it. Yeah, I can understand that actually.
Okay. Get your bars up. Media said, who had a better
Sucker
NBA
LeBron.
career, John Stockton or Chris Paul? Salute, panel. Salute to you. Get your bars
Chris
up,
Paul's
media.
career clears John Stockton's.
Oh my God!
Chris Paul.
No, it doesn't.
Chris Paul.
Chris
Easy.
Paul's career
wishes he could have
clears
John Stockton's career. He wishes.
What's John Stockton's
He
career?
wishes.
What John Stockton's career?
Being pretty
Losing?
solid for a long time.
He
Okay.
wishes he
Folded
could
in
have went to the finals
Folded
twice.
in the playoffs.
He wishes he could have that many assists. So what does Chris Paul do?
He gets hurt.
He
It's
plays
different.
basketball.
No,
He plays basketball better. That's what he does.
His
He
new
plays
name up
basketball
here is
better.
laundry.
What?
Folding. That's what he does.
Fold.
Folds. Gets in the playoffs.
Ron,
and folds.
apart from two playoff series, when did he fold, bro?
Chris Laundry Paul's crazy.
Yeah. When did he fold? John Stockton. John Stockton had a Carl fucking Malone on his squad. He had Carl Malone, and there's been times where they were losing that playoff series mainly because of John Stockton and what he was doing. That's a fact. Chris Paul, he gets hurt, yes. Is there a few times in his career where he did fumble the bag? Yes. But for the majority of this guy's career, he has not been the reason on why they have been losing. John Stockton, there's more cases on when he was the reason on why they was losing series.
John Stockton
Give CP3 Carl fucking Malone. What do you think is going to happen?
He had Blake Griffin.
So going to two finals.
Yo, hold on, Ron, really quick. Ron, because you just said that, do you think that Blake Griffin is comparable to Karl Malone?
Ron, this motherfucker just said Blake Griffin and Karl Malone in the same breath, bro. This guy just mentioned Blake Griffin in the same breath as Karl Malone.
Ron.
Listen.
Hold on, let me say this though, because what was that? What was that? The '97 year? That was the '97 year when Stockton hit that big clutch shot against Houston to get him there. I mean, that was a clutch moment. I'm not saying nothing but that. Like
Chris Paul hit a game winner against the Spurs.
Okay, that was clutch. That was clutch for Chris Paul too. I mean,
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna bring up a regular season game winner. Like, who cares?
But they could both be in the same category. They could both be postseason chokers or whatever y'all calling them. You know.
And Chris Paul's a better player.
All right, Ron and Bobby, we got a super chat for you. Eric Dupree, was Kareem really the second best in '87 and '88 though?
Who they had?
He was third in '88 easily. '87, whatever you want to say, I don't care. But
Ron,
James Worthy was a better player.
I would probably say James Worthy at that point.
Would you give credit to LeBron if he won a ring as a third option?
I mean, it depends who the other two players are. Like right?
Yeah, you got to give him credit for that.
Look, because
why does it depend?
Duh.
If you're third, you're third, Ron.
Can I answer it? So look, let's say they got AD right now, right? Let's say hypothetically, because I'm not going to talk about Westbrook because y'all will go crazy. Let's say they would have signed DeMar DeRozan the year that they signed Russell Westbrook and they had DeMar DeRozan instead. Let's say they go to the finals. AD averages 27, DeMar DeRozan averages 24, and Bron averages 19 and 10. Yeah, that counts because Bron was.
LeBron would be better than DeMar DeRozan in that context, I assume.
Okay, let's say
let's
say average.
And I think 19 and 10. And I think 19 and 10 would be better than what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did as a third option.
What 22?
No, as a third option, Kareem was like 15
like
a game.
20 and 6.
He averaged 22 rebounds in the finals.
You said 20.
Yeah, when he was still the second best player on the team in 1985.
So check this. He averaged 22 in the finals when he was 40. What are you talking about, Morris?
When he was 40, no, he didn't. 1988, he averaged like 50. Okay,
he wasn't 40 in.
When was he 40? Because Kareem he's been old my whole life, so I don't know when he was 40.
In 1988, Kareem averaged 22 in the finals.
He averaged 13
in the finals.
You liar! Yep. You're a liar, bro.
13 and 4.
13 to 4.
So what did he average the year before that?
1987 finals.
21 and 7.
21 and 7. 22 and 7.
That's the year I'm talking about.
And honestly, Magic Johnson.
The one they won. My fault.
They won, but Magic Johnson. Yeah. Who won MVP that year?
Magic Johnson was finals MVP. And then the next year was James Worthy, which should have been Magic Johnson again, but The Finals MVP is a bad award.
Yeah, why don't y'all leave Kareem alone, bro? This is crazy.
I'm not completely with Dub because I have Kareem on my GOAT list at number 2 or number 3. I have him very high, but some people, when people have him in the top 3, and then you ask them why, and they start spewing accolades, like
I'm not talking about accolades. I didn't even know he had 6 MVPs. You know, I don't care about MVPs. That shit don't matter to me.
I do. I care about all of that. The scoring titles, the block titles. That shows he was dominating both ends of the floor. His rebounding numbers. On top of that, dude was just a winner, and he won before Magic got there. So
I mean, Ron, let me ask you this though, like, and this is a serious question, like. It was player voting. He won all his MVPs as a player voting system. And then you had Dr. J, Moses Malone in a different league for a little short time when he was winning his MVPs. You really don't think that LeBron James, if the players voted for an MVP and Steph, KD, and James Harden was in the league, don't you think that he would have 6 MVPs easy?
Bron would probably have. Bron might have 7 or 8 MVPs if the players was voting. Now, with that being said and done, though, with all that being said and done, that doesn't take away from the fact that Bron was getting smoked out in the finals. So
Kareem
was getting smoked out too.
Kareem wasn't making it there. That's
6 for 10, 4 for 10.
Bro, Kareem was getting there. He
6 for 10
back-to-back seasons, bro, and he was getting smoked in the finals as well, bro.
When you're clearly the second best player on your team for at least 3 of those rings.
Okay, so now let's talk about your man Steph Curry.
Okay, talk about him.
Do we hold that against
No one has him as high as Kareem.
Do we hold that against
and
him?
I don't even have
No, I'm not talking about that.
People do hold it against him. Yes, people do hold it against him.
All right.
I know I do.
It's the same thing. People hold it against him that he wasn't the best player on the team for half of his rings. People said he has to get it done without KD. He went and did it. Kareem got it done with Oscar Robertson in the second year, then was losing. Then he went to LA, was losing. Got Magic Johnson, was the best player on the team in 1980 and 1982. And then he wasn't the best ever again. 85, 87, 88. Magic Johnson was the best player on the team.
And how old was he?
He was coming towards the end of his career.
Okay, then. So let's.
But you still count those 6 rings when he was the best on half of them.
Shut up, sports dog.
He was the best on half of his titles. That's all it was. He was the best on half of his titles.
And that's
6
okay.
rings.
Just shut up.
And that's okay.
I'm
saying if Bron was the second option on this ring, that would still count. Kareem was still getting.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's disingenuous to say he's 6 for 10 when he was the second best player for.
So what?
So it clearly, if LeBron was playing with someone better than him, he wouldn't be 4 for 10.
I'm saying no. Throw Bron out of this. Throw Bron out of this.
You're the one who compared him to LeBron.
No, throw Bron out of this. I'm saying just because some of the titles he was the second best player where it's an asterisk next to it.
Half of them.
3 of them. He was the second best player.
3 for 6 is half.
It's
3 for 6
I just
is
said
half.
3 of them.
Yes, half of them.
Okay.
You're trying to make 3 sound less than half.
It doesn't count.
No, it can count.
It's just disingenuous. I don't have to say half.
It's just disingenuous to say he has 6 and LeBron has 4.
What is disingenuous about it being
because the context behind it shows he was the second best player on his team.
Okay,
LeBron has been the best on all 4.
Steph Curry was the second best player on his rings, and
people hold that against him.
And he was still one of the best players in the league. What is that?
And people hold that against him. People hold it against Steph that he wasn't the best player on his team.
And I'm gonna put it like this too. If they would have beat the Mavs, LeBron was the second best player on that team. That finals.
He was the second best player in the series. He wasn't the second best player on the team. Yeah, that doesn't make you the second best player on the team. You were the second best player in the series. That's 2 different things. But Kareem was the second best player on the team, not in the series.
Kareem is still the GOAT.
All right, let's keep moving. Yo, the chat, the energy today is amazing. We're bringing the energy. The chat is matching it today. Chat, you guys are goated. Indoor Voice is sent to Super Chat, said numbers, eye test, accolades, rings, skills, Jordan clears Magic. Football breakdown.
Magic. I think y'all hating on Magic.
Football breakdown. How is that hating on Magic, though?
That's love. That's love.
I mean, I guess.
I think that's more so love to Jordan. To hate on Magic.
For sure. Right. No, Jordan is unhateable. You can't say anything to hate on Jordan, but it's like, bro, we can't sit here and act like Magic wasn't really transcended. Like Magic really isn't
MJ was
that guy.
100%.
MJ was more
than when you compare him to Magic, you put him in a ring that he's gonna lose the fight.
My thing is this, Ron. My thing is this, Ron. If they don't know right now, Ron, they ain't never gonna know. It don't matter what you tell them. If you don't know, you just not gonna ever know. They don't
think of Muhammad Ali.
If you put Magic in
Ron,
a conversation with people in his tier, he'll be correctly respected.
Ron, think of John Jones. Think of John Jones, right? And I say maybe Daniel Cormier. Even though like DC is amazing, one of the best ever in UFC, you just can't fuck with John Jones. That's
why? Is it because of the coke? That
coke. Listen, that coke was making him knock motherfuckers out. So hey, I mean, more people got to be on that wave. We're gonna be real.
Football Breakdown sent to super chat said Braun hasn't had a Magic or Oscar level player.
So D Wade's not on Oscar level.
That's where where my mind.
He's worse than Oscar, but yeah,
I don't know. Wait, know.
What, Morris?
I don't know. Whoa.
D Wade is a worse player than Oscar Robertson.
Listen, D Wade is probably the most underrated player in NBA.
Although D Wade at that time,
because
hey Morris, you about to break up your alliance. Dub not feeling that.
No.
Dub like it's the 60s guy. That's cool. So Dub's not gonna be on that side. But
yeah, I'm not.
Wait.
Relative to era. Oh, you're saying relative to era? Oh no. If it's relative to era, then maybe. I mean, maybe.
Although that version of Oscar versus that version of D Wade, especially 2011, you could have the argument. But Magic Johnson.
Oh, we're talking about versions of each other.
I'm assuming so. I'm not going to say 1964 Oscar Robertson because he got with Kareem.
You saying 1970 and then 2012 Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, they're comparable.
I think D Wade's slightly better though. I don't think D Wade was the same, but I think D Wade was better.
I wouldn't argue too much.
Brian Cloris sent a super chat. How is Magic and Kareem top 3, but LeBron ran from smoke when Magic was drafted to a team with 3 #1 picks? I smell bias. LeBron clears both.
Thank you.
It's not their fault that the Lakers had the #1 pick.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Magic got drafted there.
He didn't run from anything.
That's not even relevant.
He ran from the smoke. He ran from the smoke. Y'all come all this. You guys go crazy about KD, LeBron, and all these motherfuckers. But we talk about Magic Johnson and who he had.
He got drafted.
Not Kareem. Magic didn't run from the smoke. If you wanted to argue Kareem ran from it, that would be kind of crazy.
So bro, don't do that.
Magic ain't run. You're right about that. But guess what? Nobody talks about how Magic had the best supporting cast of all time. Nobody.
Arguably.
Oh, hey, no, arguably.
Matthias Olabi has hit triple digits today with another 50-piece. Said, why don't you count accolades in the GOAT conversation? Also, Kareem wouldn't have won an MVP in the era due to his distaste for the media.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The MVP don't matter because it's all about popularity. And if you do interviews, and if you're in, and back when all the players were voting Dub, then if the players didn't like you, they're likely to hate on you. Mm-hmm. So what is that? The MVP don't matter to me. When Ron brought up scoring champion, block, rebound, all that stuff matters. That's right there on film. You see that person scoring. Who's the best player? We all 5 of us on here could have a different MVP this year. So how does that really matter? It's like when you vote. Some people that get the vote don't deserve a vote. We've seen that with the last presidency and this presidency too. And a lot of presidencies. Some people don't deserve the vote. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, come on.
Nah, I agree with you 100% on that, which is why when I'm really looking at it on like who's the best, as long as you're playing at like an MVP caliber or top 5, top 10 caliber player in the NBA, I mean, that's enough for me. I mean, MVP, it is what it is, but as long as you're playing at a high caliber, bro, I could just sit here and rank you perfectly fine.
Coop Shoot sent super chat. Dub and Mars. First up, rise up, Dubinaires.
Salute, my brother. Hold on, wait, y'all can't see me. Salute.
He asked, who are your favorite underrated players going into this season?
Underrated players. I got a few. No, I'm not picking RJ Barrett. I like Anthony. I like Anthony Simons, especially paired up next to Damian Lillard. I think Portland could make a play in maybe a top 6 seed spot with that little duo they had. So I'll probably pick Anthony Simons. I think he could impact the game greatly paired up next to Damian Lillard.
Anyone else?
Something.
He asked Dub and Mar specifically.
Draymond Green.
This Draymond Green thing is not ending.
Hey is gonna
Yo,
hate Draymond Green.
Nah, bro, I love
Underrated.
Draymond Green. I was just cracking a joke. Relax. I love Draymond Green.
He's coming back for opening night, so it's cool.
I got most underrated. I got Domantas Sabonis.
Ron,
I don't think that's crazy.
someone said
None-
Tyrese Maxey. I like
none
Tyrese
of those
Maxey.
three. I'm gonna go with Jalen Green. Watch the
Ooh.
I didn't want to pick
That's
a
a
softball
bad
player,
boy.
No,
but yeah, Jalen Green's
listen.
tough.
I can't sit here and continue to let people just not talk about Jalen Green and how much of a problem he's about to be down there in Houston. Yeah, a lot of that's gonna do to
Still
them
not better than
sucking.
Cade Cunningham.
A lot of that's gonna do to him
Killing
having
Cade.
the ball in his hand more. But bro,
Please.
Jalen Green is a problem. Did you guys see the other day when he made Victor Oladipo damn near fall out off the court?
Yeah,
Damn, Vic,
that was
damn,
wild.
Vic, I hate it had
Sent
to
it
be
to the
you,
ether.
Vic. Hate it had to be Vic.
My brethren.
Ron, when Jalen Green was getting drafted, I said give him 5 years, he's gonna be the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, you said
Hey,
that.
hey,
Stand on
Mars.
that. Jalen
Mar-
crazy.
Mars, what Ticket was saying about the Golden State Warriors last night, bro? I was like, yo, I think the Warriors might have set Draymond up, bro. No cap.
I mean, he was
That
making
was a-
sense.
That was an elite like. What Ticket said, if you guys didn't watch the panel last night, what Ticket said is that this is something that probably usually happened. They've gotten to fight multiple times, and none of these videos is leaked. Why is it that the video leaked this time with Jordan Poole and Draymond Green? And he said it's because the Golden State Warriors doesn't want to pay him. They want to ruin his value, and as a way to either keep him or send him off for cheap. And I'm like, yo, I think
I
that
couldn't.
might be.
So
I couldn't believe. I
we're just
couldn't
gonna-
believe Chill wasn't feeling that.
Yeah,
We're
we're going with conspiracies. That's what we're.
We're gonna
Chill just
skip
didn't want to
over.
believe it.
We're gonna skip over Bobby saying that Jalen Green in the next 5 years will be the best player in the NBA.
He
We're
could
just
be.
gonna-
He
we're
got.
just
He
gonna
got-
skip
I mean,
over that.
I've been on the
Skip
Jalen
over
Green
that.
train, so I'm not gonna say
Oh
anything against
shit!
Jalen
You
Green.
said that? Nah,
I disagree.
son.
I disagree. With
Oh,
it.
nah.
I think he could be the best scorer in the NBA.
It could
Best
be
player
wrong,
in
though,
the-
but I don't think it's laughable though.
But I'm high on Jalen Green.
The
so
only reason it would be
I'm never gonna
laughable
speak
though,
against
because you
Jalen
got Luka and Giannis, bro, and I see them in the league in 5 years. Easy.
Okay,
What?
maybe
Hey,
Giannis. Maybe
you-
Giannis.
You know who's gonna be in the league in 5 years? Victor in your mama.
Hey, let the boy play a game first.
Man,
Yeah,
look.
this, yeah.
Hey, I'm
the
saying, but
hype's
we're
getting
projecting though, and I got big love for Jalen Green. Hey, I was damn near right there with you talking about, oh yeah, in 5 years, Jay gonna be the hardest player in the league. But they not lying. Luka's there, Giannis is there, and if
Cade
we're
Cunningham is
projecting,
there.
Victor's gonna be there too. And K too. I gotta give K some love. Before this last year, before it was drafted, I liked Jalen Green so much that I used to not K. But and I didn't know if Cade's game was gonna translate. But
Cade Cunningham
really proved
coming
me
in-
wrong last year.
Bro, in his class, he was the most polished coming into the NBA in his draft class. I
Yeah,
don't
but he
see
was
him
better than Jalen Green.
declining.
I got Scotty
I
Barnes.
think he was
over-
better
over
than
Cade.
Jalen Green.
Mhm.
Cade Cunningham was more polished than Jalen Green. Jalen Green was just raw athleticism, just like a freak athlete, could score the basketball. He can score the basketball at an insane clip, but Cade Cunningham's game is just more well-rounded right now. I'm not saying that he can't round out his game and be better than Cade. He could, yes, the potential's there, but what I'm looking at is right now, I like Cade Cunningham's game as an all-around basketball player better than I like Jalen Green's.
What about Scotty Barnes?
I do like Scotty Barnes a lot. Oh man, I still think Cade Cunningham his game is more well-rounded, but I think that Scotty Barnes is closer to Cade than Jalen Green right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. And I don't want to come as like I'm knocking any of them because they're all great. But like I think Jalen Green's just game last year, and he's young. Obviously, he's young. Everyone, when they're young, needs to mature their game, and it's going to happen. But that was just my thing with him, was just he just needs to continue to take those steps and mature his basketball game. But yeah, I like watching him play. I do like watching him play.
I'm more worried.
Makes the Rockets interesting to watch for sure.
Hope the Rockets somehow get DeAndre Ayton somehow.
That would be nice. I'm more worried about how his
Victor
game could be
Wembanyama. That's who they need.
Listen, I'm more worried about how his game could translate to winning, bro. I mean, we all know he's a bucket. We all know he could get shots up on the floor no matter where he's at. But how can that impact his team to winning? You feel me? I mean, let's not forget, like Jalen Green, I remember this crazy stat when he was out of the game, they was winning games and running it up without him. So we got to see if he can translate his game to be able to dominant score, and on top of that, not be detrimental to the team and their
Yeah.
production.
But
And
two things about that, Dub. One is like, in order for that to happen, he just needs a better team. And then second, I don't think you can hold that against him that his team was winning without him, because we didn't hold that against Ja last year. So
Some people
no,
did.
I mean, I did. I'm not even gonna hold you. I
Also,
did.
it really doesn't.
I did it the whole
Also,
time.
when you're looking at the bottom tier teams like that stuff just really doesn't matter to me. Like, congrats, you were winning without him, but what were you winning? Like, you weren't.
Yeah,
going
I'm
anywhere.
not looking for young guards to impact winning like right now. If it's
Yeah.
like 4
He
years
just
and
needs a
he's
better
doing
team.
absolutely nothing, then okay.
But
Yeah,
Mars,
there you go.
listen, the stat was wild. I think it was like 1-15 with Jalen Green, and then they started running it up without him. Like when it's wild like that, I get what you mean.
Yeah,
Not
but
to pay
he
too
was
much attention
bad.
to
He
it.
was bad to start the season last
He
year.
was
anyway.
bad too. You're
Post
right
All-Star
about that.
break, however.
He went crazy.
Pamo sent a super chat. How many rings as the number 2 guy is equivalent to 1 ring as the number 1 guy? What about as the number 3 guy? Generally speaking, good question.
Oh my
How many
God, I
rings
fucking
as
hate
the
this.
number 2 guy is equivalent to 1 ring as the number 1 guy?
I
Technically, they're the same, but if we want to,
I hate this fucking
See,
question.
this is I can't do, because for me, if I'm judging you as a player, I don't care about the ring, so they're all just 1 ring. But if you had to, like, I guess, equate them, it's like if you won 2 rings as a number 1 guy, I think you'd have to win like 3.5 rings as a number 2 guy.
3.5.
Yeah,
Wow.
you'd have to make the finals and go 7 games but lose, but win 3 actual rings, and then that's the same as winning 2 as
Nasty
a number 1.
context.
I hate this question because the way I look at it is like this, and Andre Iguodala is a perfect example of this. I don't look at Andre Iguodala any fucking differently than what I did where he was on Philly and what he did on the Nuggets. I don't look at him any differently. He won a ring on the Golden State Warriors. It is what it is. That wasn't the best version of himself. When I'm ranking and looking at players, it's always I'm looking at the best version of yourself and how great you are. Kawhi Leonard winning a finals MVP as a fucking role player. I don't look at him as a higher light just because of that ring. I look at what he did in 2017, 2018, 2019, all those years in his prime, and I judged him based off of that. So I don't like this question because I don't look at it as a guy winning rings and holding him up to a higher standard than what he was before. It makes no sense to me.
That's
Them
because we're
winning a
not
ring,
accolade merchants. That's why.
yeah, them winning a ring did not change their game. It didn't make them better players. They just won.
the only
Like,
reason I don't like that question is because it's basketball. Like, it's a team sport, so the rings are the same. If you're the second option, third option, like, you still win a ring. Nobody's taking Klay Thompson and Draymond Green's rings away. As far as like, where do they rank the rings? Basketball is the ultimate team sport, so it don't really matter if you got the green light or not. If you won
And
the
it's
Facts.
ring,
because
you won the ring.
Bobby has Scottie Pippen top 10, so he has to not care about
You know,
that.
I mean, shit, like, cause that's basketball.
All right, Indoor Voices sent a super chat. Wade from 08 to 11 was at least top 5 in the league. Agreed?
That's a fact, bro. D Wade is one of the most underrated players of all time. From what he did from his ring in 2006, where he carried the team, to his MVP, to him leading the league. Or D Wade don't got an MVP, does he?
Nah, they say he was robbed when Kobe
I
won
meant
his MVP.
I meant the year where he won
People
the
say
scoring
that.
title.
That's
I
tough.
think so. Was that the Kobe year? I know one year. I think it was like 08.
If it's the year he led the league in scoring, that's 09.
09.
Yeah,
09.
yeah. To
That
the
year,
league,
my
or
bad.
to that year, to even what he did on those teams with Braun. Now it's like, obviously you go and play with Braun, your role's going to reduce like crazy. But don't act like 2 years before Braun got there that's when D Wade won a scoring title. Next year he averaged 26. Next year he averaged 25. Braun gets there and he still averages 22. And that's the point I was actually making with, if you're the second option on a team and you're scoring 22, D Wade was in no way, shape, or form terrible that year. So those rings count for D Wade. Steph's rings count. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are the second best player and you're playing with somebody like LeBron of that nature, then yeah, bro, it for sure counts.
Brian Cloris sent another super chat. Jalen Green, best player in 5 years. God bless you.
I don't
God
think
bless.
Dwayne Wade is one of the most underrated players. I think he's properly rated. I think
Where do
that
you rate him at? What's properly rated?
I think there's an
Top
argument
three.
for
Everyone
he.
has in top 3.
I think that there's an argument for
Shooting
he's
guard.
underrated
Shooting
when you're
guard, yeah.
talking about
Shooting
great
guard, yeah.
basketball players.
In not even that though. I've heard people say Allen Iverson's better, and I've heard people say that James Harden is better. I've heard people have both of them
But
ahead of
that's
D-Wade.
see, this is what you do, and this is what I hate. You can't listen to people who say that because that's an outlier outside of the general masses of everybody. When we talk about underrated, we're talking about underrated in the aspect of the general aspect of the NBA community. In the general
So where's
consensus for
properly
the
rated?
NBA community, Dwayne Wade is a top 3 shooting guard of all time.
Mhm.
He's borderline top 20, top 25 players of all time. That's properly rated for me. That's where he belongs because the injuries I think that Dwayne Wade is sad to see. I think Dwayne Wade could have been way better than what he was, but injuries riddled his career, and injuries is the main factor of why we didn't see him at his full potential. So that's why I would sit here and say that. But Dwayne Wade
we
is
got 10
properly
crazy
rated.
years of Dwayne Wade though.
I don't
10 crazy
did.
I don't think anybody really has James Harden over D Wade. I know people say that.
Dale
but,
does.
Like he don't mean
Dale
it though.
Roy
He
will come
just
up here and say,
he just be
Dale
saying
Roy will come up
saying
here
shit.
and
He
say
don't mean
James
that. He don't mean
He'll
that.
come up here in my best Dale Roy impressions. He's better than him. I just think Harden clears Wade.
That's good,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. That's
I
the
don't care
same
what
thing.
you think. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. I think Harden clears Dwayne Wade.
That's the
I
same thing
hate
they do
those
on like on ESPN and Sports Center when they're just trying to get the views up. They just say shit, you know.
No, Dell
Just-
100% believes that. It's just Dell
Look in the
Dell
chat.
has an
Iverson
interesting
over
mind,
Wade.
bro.
I'm not just pulling that out my black ass. I'm
See,
telling
but look-
you what
Yeah,
I be hearing people
but the
say.
person who
Iverson-
said
Iverson
Iverson
has
over Wade
different-
has also said a lot of nonsense in the chat. So
I'm telling you, I've heard people argue. They tip my socks off that Iverson is better than Dwayne Wade, and that's another thing where I'm saying it's an argument you can make. I don't think it's an argument you can win, but it's an argument you can make. But
I
furthermore,
think
though,
that just means Iverson's more overrated than D Wade being underrated. If you're trying to
and
argue he's better than D Wade,
that could be the case too. But my point is, where is Dwayne Wade ranked? What is a proper ranking for Dwayne Wade?
I have
Dwayne
him like
Wade-
top 25.
Yeah,
around there.
Dwayne Wade is a top, I say 18 to 25. I think that's a good spot for him no matter what. And I think that's him being properly rated. Yo, did you see the yo, can we talk about the Redeem team, yo?
Hold on, Dale. I mean, Doug, because I have a crazy, nasty take.
No.
Some of y'all might feel me, some of y'all might not feel me. But in terms of Dwayne Wade's ranking, he's above Kevin Durant.
Oh my fucking
Dwayne
God.
Wade, as a basketball player of all time, when you factor in the accolades too, Dwayne Wade's a better player than Kevin Durant.
Someone brought this argument
Sleeping.
to players.
Sleeping.
Yeah, it was sleeping.
Okay.
So is he
Yo,
over Kawhi? Is he over Kawhi as well?
Right now, yeah. Right
Dwayne
now,
Wade?
If Kawhi wins this year,
if
Kawhi's
Kawhi wins
winning
this year,
for sure.
ooh boy, that's something I have to go back and reassess.
Ron, we're not
will.
gonna do this, bro. Like we're not gonna do this. Why you
What?
just lying? You just lying to the fucking masses.
What am I
out
lying
here, bro.
about? Point
You're
out my
lying.
lies. Point out my
Mark,
lies.
Mark,
so I
you
can
want to take the
clarify
reins? You want me to take the reins? Where you want to go?
Y'all
Because
both
you gotta
do
get.
it, 'cause
This
y'all
about to be
don't-
rush hour.
I don't
This about to be
get
rush
it.
hour. I'm about to go
What's
left.
the
You about to go
accolade?
right.
Because you said if you include accolades, what's the accolades?
Yeah,
Is it the
I
one
mean,
extra
three,
title?
three finals MVPs or three finals, three
Yeah,
finals,
rings.
three
One
finals.
finals MVP.
Yeah, and then one finals MVP and that's the one that I'm talking about right there. That one finals MVP right there is why I propel him over Kevin Durant because he did it in a manner that Kevin Durant didn't do.
Oh my God!
That
He won with
was a
Shaquille
crazy
O'Neal.
That was a
you-
crazy.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
O'Neal.
Shaq is being underrated on that team. He wasn't great in the finals.
He was.
The
No,
whole
he was.
Eastern Conference
No,
run.
he was. I'm not
He
undermining
was-
Shaq.
I agree.
I'm not
I agree
undermining
with you,
Shaq.
Mars. I agree with you
So
on
what are we
that.
doing right now? How is that
but-
enough to put him over
But
Kevin
he still
Durant?
Do you
he
know
still
D-Wade,
carried him.
what he did?
D-Wade still carried him.
in the
He carried
finals,
them in
in
the
the finals,
finals,
he
bro.
carried the
He
the whole
put
playoffs.
on-
The whole playoffs.
Nah, he didn't
He
carry
put on
them.
a
No.
Superman
Kyrie is being
performance.
used. Kyrie is being used way too strongly. Hakeem in 1995 is a carry. What D Wade did through the whole run is him being the best player on the championship team. It's not
Yeah.
carrying a team.
Wait, 95 that's the second ring. He carried Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde wasn't the same Clyde.
No, he wasn't the same Clyde, but he was
Shaq was
getting busy, though.
Shaq was still a top 10 player in the NBA. Clyde was
In 06?
yes.
Shaq was still top 6.
100% he was a top 10
easily.
player in the NBA.
Yes.
And
I
05,
mean, it's Shaq. It's Shaq.
05
I'm not
was
gonna argue that.
the year that he came second in MVP.
I'm not gonna argue
and
that.
they would have made the finals if D-Wade didn't get hurt in the conference finals. So
Mhm.
that team
That's a
was
fact.
a good enough team to win. And that's because of D-Wade and Shaq. D-Wade didn't
I mean,
carry the team.
They
He was the
absolutely
finals
they-
MVP and he was the best player on the team.
But wait,
No,
let's
he-
not
he
stop
went-
there.
he
Let's
went
not stop
crazy
there
in the
because we
finals.
could do the same
Finals
thing with
MVP
Kevin
doesn't put
Durant.
enough.
Yeah, he
enough
went crazy in the
emphasis on
finals.
him.
Yeah, he went
went
crazy in the
ballistic.
finals.
We could do the same thing with
With the
KD
free
because
throws.
what he did in the finals, he went ballistic as well in back-to-back years. Carried his. I could use the same shit. Carried his team to winning a championship. Look at what he did in the finals. This, and that. You want me to be nasty, Ron? That's how
I'm
nasty.
gonna do what y'all be doing. Dub, who was better, Shaq or Steph?
Steph.
All right.
Do we be
What do you
doing
mean?
that?
Yeah,
Like,
hell yeah,
over-
y'all be doing that.
Well, who did that? I didn't do that.
Yeah, I
I didn't
don't
do
know.
that.
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
I don't know when
I
I did
never
that.
did that. I never did that, bro. I never did that before.
All right,
That-
moving.
One ring can't be enough to put T-Wade over KD. Like
Ron.
KD's,
come on,
wait,
KD's done
wait.
too much.
So what's more impressive, Wade's 3 rings or KD's 2 rings?
KD's 2 rings. D-Wade won with
I would,
LeBron,
I would,
bro.
I would say
See,
D-Wade because
D-Wade won.
The issue is I'm gonna say KD's 2 rings because KD being arguably the best player.
Y'all don't even mean that
I'm not.
shit. Y'all just
I'm
talking.
explaining why I mean it. KD being arguably the best player to most people, the best player on to again most people the best team of all time, and winning 2 rings on that team versus D-Wade being a clear number 2 on a failed super team, and then obviously the best player on a 06 squad. Like 06 holds a lot more weight than D-Wade's 2 rings compared to
that
KD's.
one ring in 06 holds more weight than Kevin Durant's than both of his rings.
Look, KD,
I
KD
disagree.
doesn't,
I
Ron.
disagree.
No, it
KD
The
doesn't.
only
going to
way I would agree with that is if the Miami Heat team was actually trash.
Look, KD going to the finals and losing to the Heat holds more weight than those 2 rings he got with the Warriors.
You're
That's
saying
it.
that-
I can't see. This is the thing. I can't
If
do
that's,
this
if
with
that's,
rings.
if
It's
that's
so
how it
weird.
is, then we just gonna play it that way. Then okay, then
I
those
can't do
rings
this
don't
with
matter.
rings.
Wait, Ron. I mean, wait, Bobby. Wait, what the fuck did you just say?
So he said that D-Wade's 06 ring holds more weight because he played with Bron. Because he played with Bron and those other ones. So that means that you got to have that same energy with KD's rings against the
what
Warriors.
I'm saying is the 06, like when I'm looking at KD's 2 rings and D-Wade's 3, I'm not really paying much attention to the 2 rings he won with LeBron. A, because he was clearly the second best player, especially in 2013. D-Wade was falling off. He was falling off like heavily.
And I've heard a lot of y'all say that, you know, that he was that Steph is better than KD. I've heard a lot.
Yeah,
of
I believe Steph was the best player on the team. But
okay,
saying,
so then KD was the second best player on those.
Yeah, to me he was, but for the general public, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm talking about you because you're the one with the argument right now. You're the one with the argument.
If I'm the one making the argument, 3 is more than 2. That's my argument. 3 rings is going to be worth more.
No, not that argument, Morris. Don't do that. Let's go back, Morris. Go back. You just said that those 2 rings from D-Wade.
I was speaking for the general public. The 3 rings for D-Wade, the 2 he won with LeBron.
I want you to speak for Mars. That's what Tick was
okay,
trying to say last
told
time.
you.
Yeah, and I was going to speak for Mars, and he told me to
All
go
right.
back. So speaking for Mars, 3 rings that D-Wade won is more than KD's 2 rings because 3 is a bigger number than 2.
There you go. All right, moving on. Yo, there's 500 people in here, and less than half of you have paid the entry fee. You guys are just sneaking past the line. Make sure you pay the entry fee. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so that you can hang out. You come in here and hang out. You guys
Like that
just
video,
sneaking in. That's
casuals.
crazy. David Hubble sent a super chat about the Draymond situation. Why don't we keep the same energy for NFL athletes, hockey players in the MJ and Kobe altercations? Can we stop acting like in a contact sport, things like this don't happen?
Nah, I agree with David. I agree with David a lot, honestly, because this stuff happens all the time. But this is what we have to understand. Everything gets put on a more serious scale when we can see it.
Oh yeah.
You know, they was about to sweep that thing under the rug like nothing had happened if this didn't leak out. Now that there's video evidence and the masses have seen Draymond Green knock this motherfucker out, like he slumped the shit out of him, bro. This is what makes it worse, and this is what makes it so hard to deal with. If this was all hidden, no cameras, they would have swept this under the rug like nothing happened. But since everyone could see this dude getting knocked out, son, it's a way more serious issue, bro.
Puts it into another discussion. Speaking of Draymond, There is a Draymond Green update. He's avoided suspension. He's issued a fine and will be available on opening night. Do you guys think that this is fair? This is
Draymond Green is on his way out of Golden State, bro. That's
No,
all
he's
I
not.
got to
No,
say.
he's not. Don't
He's
wish
on
that
his
upon
way
my
out.
team. Don't do
Mars,
that.
I'm sorry, bro. I mean,
Don't.
he's on his way out,
Why?
bro.
Why would he be at? Who's gonna trade for him? No one.
This is
So he's going
this,
nowhere.
this is what he might play this year, but when his contract
Nah,
is
that's
up,
what
and
I
he
meant. That's what he has a player option. He's not gonna turn down 27 million. So he's gonna be here for the next 2 years. We'll win
Dude.
hopefully one more title, and then whatever happens, happens.
They
You don't
already
think-
know. They already know Draymond's a psychopath. They've been through that. So
Draymond isn't turning down 27 million. He knows he isn't getting that max.
But you don't
contract
think
from
that
anyone
he's-
else.
Oh, you really don't think so?
Draymond Green knows.
How do you know he knows?
At 33 years old, Draymond Green knows he ain't getting a max contract anywhere else.
I don't
Listen,
think
bro.
so, Mars. I
I've
think
seen crazy shit
Draymond is
happen
really that
before.
delusional. I think Draymond
Nah,
really
I
believes that
think
he's worth that.
Draymond is smart enough to know
Yeah, but he's
that
smart,
his
but he's
value
delusional. He's
is
still delusional.
exponentially increased on the Golden State Warriors.
Yo, but Bobby, I think like he elsewhere he might not be worth that, but in Golden State he's worth every single penny.
That's
Now, with
thank
that
you
being
money.
said,
That's thank you money.
I don't think that's thank you
That's
money.
thank
Even
you
today,
money.
he's worth that. I mean, he's proven he deserves that money from the past. But even today, in moving forward for the duration of this contract, Draymond Green is worth.
I'm gonna
every
tell you
single
the worst thing that happened to Draymond's future capital, future earnings is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins in these finals just showed the world why they don't need Draymond no more.
Whoa!
I think Andrew Wiggins is detrimental to Draymond's future earnings.
No.
Especially with the Warriors. If Draymond were to, let's say, somehow get to the Mavericks, or get to Miami, or I don't know. I'm not a GM. I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Bobby.
Go ahead.
You have to make a decision right now for
Uh-huh.
defense alone.
Yeah.
Pick Wiggins or Draymond Green.
I'm look. So just when you put the whole team, together and you see everybody on their team, I know Mars doesn't, but I have faith in James Wiseman becoming better. I got faith in Looney and Wiseman holding down the paint. I would rather have Andrew Wiggins just based on what I've seen in these past playoffs and how he stepped up on Jason Tatum. And I mean Draymond damn near folded. And I don't expect that of Draymond. Draymond, I don't expect that from him, especially on the defensive end. But I got Drew. Drew's big. Drew's not no little guy. I mean, he's not no young fella no more. Drew got some weight on him now. I'll take Drew. I would gladly trade Draymond and be content with having
Hell
Jonathan
no.
Kuminga. You got Jonathan Kuminga coming up. You got Drew Wiggins.
No, bro, that would destroy their defense.
Look, I'm not a
how
GM, bro.
impactful
I'm not a GM. I'm not a GM. I'm sitting in my room.
Yeah, as a
giving
Kings
you my
fan, you
opinion.
know about detrimental moves, and you're trying to bring them over to Golden State because that would kill our team. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make us miss the playoffs.
Hey, hold
Just
on,
like the
wait.
Kings have been doing for 25 years.
When I am a Kings fan, and I never said that we should trade, should draft Ben McLemore and Jimmer for debt. I would and Nick Stauskas.
You've experienced enough bad decisions.
I
was never here for those stupid ass drafts.
Yeah, and you've seen enough bad decisions that you're trying to give us bad decisions and maybe get the karma away from.
And maybe so. That's why I'm not in the front office. That's why I'm sitting in here on this podcast
talking shit.
Hold up, bro.
Talking good shit, JD.
Yeah, it's a wobby.
Bro, if they get rid of Draymond just to keep Wiggins, that will be truly detrimental to their defense. Draymond Green makes up so much of what they're lacking on the defensive side of things that nobody on that team is going to replace that at all. The on ball, the rim protecting, the garbage buckets, the hustle plays, the enforcer, son. Nah, son, bro, you tripping crazy.
I mean,
y'all
what do
call him
they
an
do,
enforcer.
though? What do they do though? Because it's like Draymond's contract is going to end eventually. He's going to win a max. What do? Do you sign him to the max or do you trade him?
Oh no,
Because
this is
look,
what they doing.
You negotiate. And
This
right
is
now,
what they're
Golden
doing
State
right
have the
now.
leverage.
Yeah, they
So
got
what-
the crazy leverage right now. They're sitting here like, yo, you just punched my man in the face. You ran KD out of town. You're not going to get this money from nowhere else. You're going to settle for what the fuck I'm going to pay you, and I'm going to pay you this dollar amount.
I don't believe that unless he falls off these next few years. If Draymond was a free agent right now today, somebody would pay him.
Who?
what
Ooh,
the
No
Mavericks
competitive team can afford him, and no bad team is gonna pay.
Not
Draymond
that
Green.
much. They're not paying him that much. I don't think he's worth it.
No bad team is paying Draymond Green. What's he gonna do for a bad team? He's not gonna do anything. You're
Draymond,
paying
what's
for
he
Udonis
going? What
Haslem
is
at
he
that
going to
point.
do without Steph and Clay? That's what I want to know.
Good.
What-
Okay,
We don't have to find out. He's
this
gonna
is a
play.
good segue because I wanted to ask if Draymond Green, if you guys believe that he could be as impactful or as effective on another team in the NBA, and if so, what team or teams would that be?
DeJuan Blair.
Jesus.
The only one I could think of is maybe, and it's a maybe because we wouldn't need shooting, Miami. That could be one. Other than that, I'm not sure, bro.
What
I'm
about
not sure,
Dallas,
though.
Doug? What about Dallas?
Dallas would be nice too. That's actually not a bad fit.
I think it depends on coaching because I would say Brooklyn, but Steve Nash is incompetent. But I think he'd work
and
on
Kevin
Brooklyn.
Durant would see him if he went over there. So
Where would KD go next if Draymond came to
he
the
would
Nets?
go back to Golden State and be like, "Yeah, guys,
Oh,
we got
no,
it out of
wait.
there."
I'll take
Guys,
that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take
Guys, we got it right here. What the fuck are we talking about? The Denver Nuggets.
Mm.
He would be
That's
nice
the
on the
one.
Denver Nuggets.
The Denver
he
Nuggets would
would.
be
Nice dub.
insane.
Nice dub.
Yo,
What about Gordon? That's just like what they gonna do with
get
him?
him the fuck
that.
out.
What
What
about
him?
Gordon?
Bye. Like,
What
what
about
about
Gordon?
him?
I'm asking.
I don't need that chump change. That's chump change right
Yeah,
there.
what about him?
That's dimes and pennies right here. Get that the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
and Mike
yeah.
Malone, Mike Malone might be the perfect coach, for Draymond.
Eric
I got a
Dupree.
couple more teams too. I just want to throw out these two teams. I think in Portland, Draymond would be a great fit with if Anthony Simons can step up and be the player that he can be. Y'all don't take this overboard when I say he'll have two dynamic guards like how he had in Golden State. Got Nurkic, and then they got some other pieces too. Jeremy Grant. I think he'll be great on that team.
I
He'll
like
make
that,
them
Ron.
much
So
much
you're
better
trying to make the
defensively.
Warriors again. You're trying to make.
No, not
Warriors again.
necessarily, because it's two different players. Much better defensively. That he'll make them much better defensively, and he'll be able to play make as well. Also, I think you guys sleep on how good he'll be on the Sixers as well.
I like what Dale just said about Boston. I like Draymond in Boston.
Boston would be crazy. Matter of fact, I damn near think that's the
like
best
it.
team.
I don't even like it. I mean, there's not enough shooting. I mean,
Dub
you
sold
got
me on Denver.
What
I'm
you
not
mean
gonna
it's
lie.
not enough
Den-
shooting?
Denver-
They got
Denver's
Malcolm-
amazing.
they got Malcolm Brogdon, JT,
Nah.
JB, and Al Horford will smack that 3 too.
So wait, who's gonna run the five? He's gonna have Al Horford and
Horford.
Draymond Green.
Well, Robert
No.
Robert
You're
Williams,
gonna
take
Robert
Robert
Williams gonna be
Williams
back. Robert Williams gonna be
Yeah,
back.
I mean, you
Well,
gotta play Robert Williams.
You don't
I mean-
need to extend the floor with both your bigs all the time.
I mean,
That's
but
just that
Draymond
new
Green
age
and
basketball.
I don't know. Well,
And
you only
Draymond's
have,
going to be floating around the wing anyway, setting screens and
You're gonna have
whatnot.
Marcus. You're probably gonna have Marcus Smart. I don't know. I don't know how that lineup would look like. I think
Bro,
It's their perfect chance to kind of start resting Al Horford.
and their defense is even better, which is
Yeah, that
crazy.
defense
Like
is
that,
OD.
that defense is ridiculous.
I think Dre.
You guys
I think
see some
Dre was better.
1960s scoreboards.
I like Miami. I like Miami and Dallas for sure.
I think-
Portland's nice too.
I think Denver is the golden place for him, bro. Him and Jokic, Jamal Murray, the shooting, bro, they would be phenomenal. It's basically Paul Millsap was on that team, and the defense was playing pretty well without him. And they made it that when Paul Millsap was there, they made it to Western Conference Championship.
And Draymond and
Bro.
Paul Millsap is the same thing.
In
So-
what-
No, wait, no. Draymond is a crazy improvement.
And what?
Draymond is crazy improvement for Paul
And
Millsap.
are you guys?
bro.
Are you guys
Wait,
thinking about
Dub.
this- Hold on. Are you guys thinking about this too? Draymond and Jokic, the playmaking ability
That
now.
would be insane.
Mhm.
That would
But,
be wild.
They'll play off each other so well. Let Jamal Murray be a scorer that he is. Son, the Denver Nuggets is the place to go for Draymond. Shit.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Eric
you know,
Dupree.
it's
And on
place
top
to
of
go
that,
is
he's
the
not going to be
Golden
doing all
State.
that crazy stuff because Jokic's going to be choking him out.
Yeah. Eric Dupree
He's going to be hitting him
said
with them Serbian uppercuts.
Wiggins was the one shutting down JT while giving you 18 and 10. He was clearly
That's
the
right,
second
Eric.
best player in the finals.
It
That's
was,
right,
it, was,
Eric.
it was team defense shining down JT.
All right, I have a
Wow.
question for you guys. Staying along this Draymond Green kind of situation, does being an aggressive leader really help the production of your teammates? So, for example, Michael Jordan punching Steve Kerr, taking away teammates' meals when they played poorly. Go ahead,
How
Doug.
you let a man take your meal away?
Listen, I'm gonna say it like this. I just watched the Redeem Team, right? I just watched the Redeem Team. To all you, my fucking camera. To all you people out there that say being
Jesus
a leader cannot impact the court and cannot make people better, Shame on you. Shame on you. This man, Kobe Bryant, goes to the Redeem team and changed the whole culture, changed the workload, changed everything about that team because of what? His leadership, his killer mentality, bro. Let's get that clear right there.
So, Dub,
Well,
it took the Redeem Team documentary for you to realize that
I always know
players
this.
can
I
make
have
their
people.
teammates better.
No. Wait.
Do you want to
Wait.
say it now?
No. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Players can make their teammates better. Pick your
Well,
camera back up.
My
That,
Wi-Fi.
that
acting
was
up. Hold up.
such a
My
nasty
Wi-Fi
time
acting-
from you.
Hold up.
That was a
Hold up.
nasty time from you. Saying that players can't make their teammates better.
See you, Dub. See you, Dub.
He's
He's
in.
running from the grind. Come back in here. Bring that ass here, boy.
You want me to do a walk back? I guess this is the day for a walk back. Fuck
We've
it.
been waiting years
Alright.
for this one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my shenanigans. I apologize for my shenanigans. Players can make players better. Jay, I'm upset that out of everybody on this panel, I thought it was gonna be Mars. I thought it was gonna be Shaq. I thought it was gonna be Jay. I even thought it was gonna be Dell. But you were the motherfucker that put me in this box.
An elephant
And
never forgets.
And you made me say that yes, players can make players better. So good job, JD.
Dubonaire's on top.
Dubonaire's on top. But yeah, bro, Kobe Bryant, bro. Oh yeah, we'll salute. Yeah, motherfucker. Yes, sir.
Jesus.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I like the aggressive. Listen, I think, but to get back to the question, I think an aggressive leadership role, I do like and appreciate that. Me personally, like when I was part of teams back in high school, I responded to that very well. And even when I work at jobs and everything like that, that's just my type of like mentality. But I think there's a line that shouldn't be crossed. And Draymond Green, even Michael Jordan, maybe they went too far with that type of aggressiveness. And that's where the line that shouldn't have been crossed. But I do think that aggressive type leadership role, that aggressiveness that you has as a leader, I think that could truly impact people more than you just being this passive type player.
Well, it depends though. If you're a leader, the first thing you got to do as a leader is, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know your personnel. So you can be aggressive. You can be aggressive with some cats where you can't with others. So it's just like that's part of being a leader too, is being diverse and knowing how to communicate with this person as opposed to the other person.
That's a fact. That's an underrated part of leadership as well. That's why LeBron and Kobe Bryant worked out so well with each other, because you had two alpha males and two dynamics of different roles that they filled. Kobe
Because
led by example.
Brown already knew what was up.
Mm-hmm.
He already knew what was up. This Kobe Bryant bowed down to the guy.
But let me ask you, but me personally, bro, I think a team will respond way more to Kobe Bryant's type of leadership than LeBron James. 100%.
That's because that's Kobe Bryant and that's LeBron James. It's two different people. When Kobe speak, we shut the fuck up and listen. When Bron speak, we
listen, but let me roll my eyes real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
No, that's a fact, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. When I seen LeBron James in that Redeem team, Doc, sometimes I was like, "Yo, LeBron, just shut the fuck up." Like, I do not feel like hearing you talk.
Yo, but LeBron knows what it takes to take a team to the finals and win basketball games. So you're not listening to LeBron James?
I'm saying
I'm not saying don't listen to Bron. I'm just saying like some people will, some people won't. Everybody's listening to Kobe.
I don't know that
We're
everyone.
comparing him.
Shaq didn't listen to Kobe.
We're comparing him to Kobe Bryant. So we're not saying that you don't listen to LeBron James. I'm not saying that. What we're saying is that who are we more likely to listen to? Which type of leadership that we think we're going to receive from the most? I think is Kobe Bryant, hands down.
I mean, it's all subjective. It's all just what you prefer. I mean, I know personally, like, I wouldn't listen to a leader who. This isn't Kobe.
Shaq, get back on the show, you fucker. Get back on the show, bro. You want to talk all this hot stuff?
What are you wrong about? Actually, I don't know what you're wrong about.
You talking about LeBron? Because he's a LeBron fan, bro. He has LeBron's ball sacks all over his freaking mouth.
Okay.
Damn.
Yo, Dub. Saying that shit last time got you in trouble. That was a bold move.
I'm sorry.
You might have two walkbacks.
An angry message is about to arrive.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He wants to do other. No, I'm tight. He wants to do other shows without us. He wants to do all this stuff without us. Shaq, I'm tight about this. I feel upset about this. You know what? Me and you have beef. I hope you're still watching this. I hope you didn't go away. Me and you have beef right now. You're gonna start. This is getting nasty, and you're not even gonna include us.
Dub,
Dub,
what are
you're
you
not-
talking about? We're expanding our content offering. You're against that?
Dub, you got to get nastier. Dub, you're not nasty enough.
Great
I hope-
content too.
Hope I'm nasty enough.
Great content too.
God,
It was
damn.
it was a
you
good
getting?
start. It was a good start calling Kareem a fraud. You're getting there, Dub.
Dub, did you ever factor in maybe you're too nasty to be on that show?
I ain't too nasty for nothing, bro. I ain't nasty enough, according to you guys. Shit. Maybe I should start eating ass now.
Oh
Jesus
my
shit.
God, bro, what is going on? All right, let's shift gears here.
Yeah, move on.
I have a
move
question
on.
about Ben Simmons. Is Ben Simmons under Steve Nash? Is he going to improve on the Nets, or are we going to see the same Ben or a worse version of Ben Simmons this year?
Dub, that was like some Stephen A. shit. Well, we just heard from him a couple days ago, and I'm just gonna try my best to forget that for the remainder of this episode. As far as Ben Simmons, I don't necessarily think it's Steve Nash that helps Ben Simmons. I think it's the fact that he's playing with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and the floor is going to be open. Shooters of the likes of Joe Harris, Patty Mills, guys like that. I think it's going to, help him a lot playing with just better players or players that suit his game more. So yeah, I think he's going to flourish a lot more, and he's going to look better playing with them. But I don't think it's necessarily Steve Nash though.
Right. I think it's his chance to be a point forward instead of a point guard. I think Ben's supposed to have been playing the power forward position and maybe push the break on long rebounds or bring the ball up when your point guard's being over pressured. But I think he's going to play. I mean, Ben Simmons been nasty. I think he's going to do real good this season as long as he's healthy and as long as Kyrie's playing.
Ron, I got a question for you because we were talking about Dwayne Wade earlier. And if he never had knee issues coming into the league, do you think that he could have been the second greatest shooting guard of all time?
Don't say it.
No.
You're not eclipsing Kobe. Nah. He would have basically had to do so much more. But at the same time, if he could have played 19 years like Kobe at a high level, who knows? And I know Kobe kind of tapered off during the tail end of his career. And also too, Kobe kind of started off slow as well when D Wade just started, right away. But I don't think that, he would have been able to do that. But that also kind of what made me get into this underrated bag with D Wade was really me being reminded by going back and watching that Redeem Team documentary. You guys remember when they played Spain and he went off for 18 in the first quarter? We talking about on an Olympic team with the best players in the world. Dwayne Wade goes up there and scores 18 points in the first half. Like, that just goes to, show just how dope D Wade was during that time.
I do think that when
Playing
people
with Kobe and Bron.
I think with accolade merchants like yourselves, I think Dwayne Wade probably would have won in 2015. So then that would have been 3 rings, three-peat. I think a lot more people would have been trying to push Dwayne Wade as the second best shooting guard of all time if Dwayne Wade never really fell off like that. I think he'll be sitting on maybe 5 or 6 rings, possibly.
If LeBron ain't sell him in 2011, people probably still would have tried to make the argument because he would have repeated in Miami. And he would have had 2 finals MVPs. So blame LeBron for why D Wade is not in the conversation to accolade merchants.
Yeah, why do you think I hate him?
Yeah.
I mean, but
LeBron's
then
not that
again,
guy.
you also have to factor in that LeBron and Kobe play like with Jordan, it's a gap because they didn't play together. But LeBron and Kobe played together for a duration of their primes, and Kobe was better than D Wade. Like you could watch them play against each other and say, this guy is better than this guy. With Jordan, we got to go back and try to put the pieces together with Jordan and Kobe. Yeah, they played with each other. They played in the league together for 2 years, but Kobe was still a young pup. So, that's kind of the clear thing that you can also see is like we can go back and watch what they were doing in real time against each other. It was like during that time, you knew D Wade wasn't fucking with Kobe. Bron wasn't fucking with Kobe at that time. Nobody was.
I got Kobe regardless.
Me so do I, but yeah.
I want to get into a player versus. You guys ready for this? We haven't done this in a while.
Ooh,
We haven't done this in a while.
This is my favorite. Let's
Please.
go.
Just don't be a bad player, please.
It's It's one of your favorite players. Hey, Jeffrey Bearfield. Hey, welcome.
Salute to you, my brother.
Jeffrey
Shout out
Bearfield
the
just
boy
became the
Bearfield.
casual
Shout out the boy.
All right,
Dubinaires on top, baby.
Players' choice versus. We're gonna do Carmelo Anthony. Dub, I'm starting with you. We're gonna go Dub, Mars, Ron,
Why y'all
Bobby.
doing this to me?
Dub,
Why y'all
Mars,
doing
Ron,
me?
Bobby.
I don't want to do this.
Carmelo versus who?
Oh, I'm gonna get into it, Ron. Dub, starting with you. Carmelo Anthony versus Paul George.
My God. Melo.
Mars,
PG.
Ron.
As the number one option, Melo did way more than PG. Carmelo.
Bob.
Melo, no explanation necessary.
Number
On-
one option. What did he? Huh?
Yeah.
What did he do?
What did PG do?
He went to the conference finals twice.
What did PG do?
Oh,
He went to the
God.
conference finals twice.
Ron's
Melo did it
pushing his
once.
Paul
He did a
George
lot.
agenda.
He did a lot.
Melo-
he did a
Melo
lot.
did it
He did a
once.
lot.
Melo went
No,
once.
he did a
Melo
lot.
went once.
Never mind. Never mind. He
Still-
went to the conference finals
still
twice. He did
pushing
way
it.
more than Melo. All right.
Still
Let's
pushing
go.
his
Double
Paul
He
George
did double the
agenda.
amount.
Yo, Philly Shad becoming a YouTube member. He subscribed to the This Might Be Nasty membership.
Ron,
Now you get to watch all the This Might Be
What's up?
Nasty episodes. Shout
Ron,
out to
why
you,
the-
Philly.
Why the fuck you gotta be saying some shit like that, man? Why you
Like
gotta
what?
say that, bro? You
Say
can't
what?
say that. You can't say he did more as a number one option because now you
He
put yourself in the
did.
box.
He did.
What
Ron,
did
no,
he do?
not-
What did he
Ron,
do?
we're not
I'm
doing
talking.
this.
I'm talking. All right.
Why
I'm
would you say
I'm
that?
gonna base this off what
You
I'm
put
talking
yourself
about.
in the
For
box,
once-
and I'm a
for
part of
once-
this box
for-
too, and you're
for
gonna make
once-
me lose too, bro. We're
For
not doing
once,
this.
for once, I'm not talking about winning because they
Oh,
both
wow.
didn't win
Okay.
shit. I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
about just their numbers. Melo was better
Oh.
as a number one option for that Nuggets team.
I
And
mean,
on top of
also,
that, and on top of
He's-
that,
yeah, he scored
I'll-
more. Yeah. Okay.
And on top, yes, he scored more. And on top of that, I think Paul George's teams were better too. So if you want to say that, that's why they went to the conference.
I don't know about all whose teams was better, but you said Mars. You said because Paul George went to a conference finals, didn't
No,
he?
because
Didn't
he said
didn't Melo go to that one
Yeah, he
against
went.
Kobe in there?
Yeah, Melo went once. Paul George went twice.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's close enough. That's close enough for that.
No,
not
it's,
too
it's
much
because
better.
Ron said Melo did more. But now I know
numbers
it's
wise,
based-
numbers
yeah,
wise,
points
it's
per game.
not
Yeah,
even
points
close.
Yeah, he
I
has
got
more
Melo.
points.
I got Melo.
I'm being an accolade merchant. Cool, it wasn't close.
All right, moving on.
Who's next? Who's next?
Moving on. Dub. Andre Iguodala.
Oh, Melo, easily.
Melo.
Yeah, come on.
Shout out Andre Ig, but Melo.
Yeah, I got Melo.
The fact
Sean-
that you even asked his name is disrespectful.
Hey, we have to have some
Finals
We got-
MVP.
we gotta
Finals
see-
Finals
Big love.
MVP.
we gotta see where we're at. We
Big,
gotta see
big
where we're
love
at.
to Andre Ig. Big love to Andre Ig.
All right, Dub. Sean Marion.
Bro, what the fuck are we doing here? Melo.
I'm gonna be so hated.
Mars.
Do
Mars, it's not ridiculous to say. It's
Sean
not.
Sean Marion was
Sean
nasty.
Marion was nice. Yeah,
Do
Sean
it.
Marion was
Ma-
nice.
It was. It's not ridiculous.
That was perfect voice. Mars, don't you fucking dare.
Do it.
Don't you
I
fucking
got,
dare.
I got to think. The TikTok's been liking me recently.
Nah,
These-
nah,
He's a
don't.
politician now.
Oh!
These takes don't go with context. If I just say Sean Marion, I'm gonna be called hoodie guy again. I've
Yeah,
been
you
called
got it.
Mars
Yeah, let's
recently.
call him hoodie guy.
I
Call him
got
hoodie
I got
guy.
a name on TikTok now. It's not just hoodie guy. If I say Sean Marion, I'm back to hoodie guy.
Yo.
Mars,
Oh my God.
don't you dare.
Do it, Mars.
Don't
But I
you do
don't
it.
lie, so I have to say Sean Marion.
Jesus fucker.
I mean, would you like to give us context or?
Oh
just-
yeah.
just-
I
do
think
you want us
I
all to guess just like the dudes on TikTok?
No,
or
I think
hoodie guy?
Sean Marion, for me, obviously defensively, it's not even close. Sean Marion was one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. I think in transition, he was a better player in transition. I think he could still get like 20 a game. Obviously, he's not a
Because he
scorer. Melo
played in a
was.
Mike D'Antoni
Yeah,
system,
so he was a
Come
great transition. He
on.
was a great transition
Don't say
player.
that no more.
Bro,
Do not say
He
that
was
no
a great.
more.
All I said was he was a
Bro,
great
Accelerated
transition
pace,
player.
remember? Hey,
He's
that
a great
no, that-
transition player because he's playing with Mike D'Antoni.
Dub,
bro.
that
What?
notion got exposed. I don't
Before he
wanna
was
hear that.
playing with Mike
Because, no,
D'Antoni, he was a great
you knocked
transition player. What are you talking
knocking
about?
Kareem's numbers, so we're knocking. Hey, if we're gonna keep Kareem's
D'Antoni
numbers,
arrived
then we're
like
keeping all the
5
D'Antoni
years
numbers.
into Marion's career. He was a great transition player from like day one.
It's not hard to be a transition player, bro.
I never said it was hard. I said he was a great transition player.
That shouldn't be a point.
To me, it's a point.
It doesn't.
But why is it not? Why is it not hard to play basketball in transition though? That's what I
Don't
want
get
to know.
zapped.
Yeah, to me, playing basketball in transition is important. Being the best defender on being one of the best wing defenders in the NBA is important. Being a great rebounder is important. So I'm
It
gonna take
is,
that.
Mars?
I wasn't the one. Dub was the one saying rebounding them out. Don't put me on.
Okay. My bad.
That's
My bad,
that's
bro. My
Dub, Dell,
bad.
and Shaq.
Yeah, I like
And
rebounding.
JD sometimes too when he wants
I
to be bad.
think Carmelo obviously clears as a scorer and
Mhm.
he's a better playmaker than Sean Marion as well. But I'm taking Sean Marion overall because neither one of them are going to do anything for me as a number one. And Sean Marion for me is more complimentary and works better. So
Who you got, Ron?
I gotta go with Melo.
Yeah, I'm going Melo too.
Yo, shout out to Jolty for becoming an all-star. Bing bong. Should we wait for Dub to continue? Yeah, we're gonna wait for Dub to continue this. Are you guys upset about Sean Marion over Melo?
I'm
You
not.
think-
I'm not.
It's a good argument. It's a good argument.
I'm honestly with what we just said about Sean Marion. I wouldn't have been too upset with Andre Iguodala either because Sean Marion and Iguodala do a lot of the same things, except Iguodala is actually, in fact, a better shooter and he's a better playmaker too.
yeah,
So,
he
like,
is. He's a better shooter for sure.
I'm not taking either one of them over
I
Melo.
think Sean Marion's a much better defender than Iguodala was. But
But for y'all, but for y'all to finally,
I mean, he got a
for y'all
Finals
to
MVP on D.
What
Hey,
did
but
you
for real
say?
though, I think Andre Iguodala's like defense in that series is kind of like it's negated a bit, or it's kind of overlooked just by the fact that what LeBron averaged 35. But you got to understand, LeBron didn't sit down and give Andre Iguodala all 35 of those points. All those points were spread out. LeBron, come on, you know how LeBron plays. He got a lot of his money in transition. On top of that, LeBron's always getting a high pick and roll. So he's getting switched on to the bigs, even smaller guys too. Bron will do a pick and roll where he gets switched with a smaller dude and it kind of, back him down into the post or something like that. So he didn't just give Ig all 35 points. And on top of that, Iguodala didn't play every minute that LeBron played. It was some minutes that was staggered too.
35 is a lot though.
Hey, Ron, this happened a week and a half ago. I don't know that we talked about it, but are you concerned that you saw Russell Westbrook in a preseason game airball, or was that practice game, whatever it was?
What, the free throw?
No, the jump shot.
Oh, he airballed a free throw too, but no, Russ has been airballing since UCLA. Like, that's nothing new.
Hey, a miss is a miss. Huh?
I mean, but you got to get close.
If you get close, it don't really matter. You still missed.
All right, Bobby, bringing logic into this. This is crazy. Whatever. While we're waiting for Dub, I want to know, in terms of players going into next year, who do you think has the most to prove this season, this coming season, and why? Mars, I'll start with you.
Most to prove. Probably say Jokic. Obviously, back-to-back MVP. His team's fully healthy. So now it's like he doesn't really have the excuse of his team was hurt. So if he gets bounced in like first or second round, people are going to start looking at him different. I mean, I'm not, but people are going to start looking at him different. That the MVPs weren't justified. Steve Nash MVPs, not that good. Embiid's better, not top 5, all of that. So I think he has to kind of have a good playoff run to kind of like quiet those doubters.
Ron?
You said who has the most to prove this year?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, you got somebody? I'm still kind of thinking.
Yeah, I would. I'm thinking in between two people. I'm thinking between Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler. But so I think I'll probably go with KD just because in the manner that they lost last year. Even though I know there was a lot going on in Brooklyn with Kyrie and all types of stuff that was going on, but that's can't give him no Benny for that. So I'll say Kevin Durant because I really want to see what he could do without his father.
I agree with you. Oh my god!
Wait.
Oh my god, Bobby. Steph.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
I agree with you. I think it's
That'd be
KD,
muted.
especially because of all the offseason stuff surrounding KD. I think
Yes.
that he for sure has the most to prove.
Welcome
If,
back, Dub.
if there wasn't all that madness around it, I would say probably like Anthony Davis, which could also be a little unfair because it's not like, how do you prove that you can be healthy? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like his game deteriorated. So
What
I don't know.
about Cat? What
What-
about Cat? Anybody?
What is going on? What is going on? What
don't
happened?
care.
We were
talking
waiting
about,
for you to get back into the.
Yeah, we were
Carmelo
talking about who
gauntlet.
has the most to prove next season. Then we're gonna return to this versus.
No, he has the most to prove. Jesus Christ, because there's a lot of people that need saving this year. That's who has the most to prove. Now let's get back to the
man.
topic, because Jesus Christ needs to save Mars from what the hell he was on.
Transition, playing in transition matters.
All right, here we go.
Mars,
Here
come
we go.
on.
It matters.
Here we go.
It matters.
Here we go. We're continuing. We're continuing. The
But hold on,
Carmelo.
though, because you know KD Uncle Seth, you know, might be able to pull him through this year.
Katie's uncle. Get the
Yeah,
fuck out
Uncle
of here.
Seth, Uncle Seth.
Uncle ain't nobody Katie's father except for the father that we don't even know his fucking name. I don't even know his father.
All right,
What's his
Dub.
father?
Carmelo Anthony versus. Back to the verses. Tracy McGrady.
Oh man. I gotta go with T Mac.
T-Mac.
Yeah, we're gonna stay on this T-Mac train.
Yeah, for sure, Max Sauce.
Paul Pierce.
Mello.
Paul Pierce.
Ooh,
I'm gonna have to go with Paul Pierce too.
Paulie. Definitely
Nah.
Paul Pierce.
No way.
I got Paulie all day.
You get Mello that supporting cast, he winning too. Same
That's
way.
a fact. That's a fact. But I'm talking player on player. I got Paulie.
Yeah, they probably do win, but that's because Melo would be the second best player on the team, or third.
Same way Paul Pierce.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Just got to give it to Paul because he actually did it. I mean, it's sometimes it's unfortunate circumstances, but hey, this is life.
Well, we're not gonna
It's
do
life.
that. We're not
It's
gonna do that.
life.
Carmelo Anthony is a better, in my opinion. He's just, if you want to say he's better off ball, okay, maybe. I mean, that's mainly due to the situation he's a part of. He was always in a situation where he had to be on ball. But Melo could do everything Paul Pierce could do, but better. You want to say
When
maybe?
Paul Pierce wasn't on that ball when they had Ray John.
I know he was.
He would get the ball, but
I say, like, you want to say he moves better off ball? Okay, that's cool, which is weird because I mean,
Carmelo
Melo
was off ball next to Chauncey.
Man, he was great, right?
Yeah, so I mean,
So
I think
what
the
makes Paul
offense is
Pierce
so-
better?
I think
What
their
makes Paul
offense is
Pierce
so
better?
close that I think Paul Pierce played, especially in their prime. Paul Pierce played better D. Not to say he was a great defender. I'm not gonna go all out and say that, but
Listen,
I
if
mean-
Paul
yeah,
Pierce
Paul
was
Pierce
a
is a better
10,
defender. He's a better passer. He's
if
a
Paul
better
Pierce,
playmaker.
listen, if Paul Pierce was a 10, fucking Carmelo Anthony's a 9. If we're gonna be real, like the defense is not moving me at all.
You mean more like
So-
6'5"?
No, because
6'5".
that's discounting the fact that Carmelo was like a negative on defense. Paul Pierce wasn't a negative.
Paul Pierce
If
was
Paul-
about 2
if-
steps ahead on defense.
Paul Pierce
Bro, if
wasn't
Melo-
a negative on
Listen,
defense.
listen.
That's-
If Melo
that's important.
was on that Boston Celtics team, y'all wouldn't be coming at him for his defense the way y'all come for him right now. if we're
No,
gonna be
because
real.
KG,
And that's a
KG
fact.
was because they had
Exactly.
KG, they had Tony Allen, they
Exactly
had
my
other
point.
defenders.
When
But
you got,
that's not the case though, Doug. He wasn't on that team, so we don't know.
we do know, bro.
Well,
We
wait, hold
do
on.
know.
Because what
Come
about
on, man.
Melo? Melo had Tyson Chandler and Iman Shumpert. You know, he had defenders
J.R.
when he got to New
Smith.
York.
Wait. J.R.
Son,
Smith,
son.
Amari Stoudemire.
Are y'all
Amari
bringing it?
Stoudemire.
Are
Wait,
y'all
that
talking
team was
for
not trash.
defense? For defense?
Stoudemire and
For
defense.
defense,
Wait, I didn't know
bro?
we was talking about
For
defense. My bad. I
defense?
didn't know we was talking
This is
about
what we
defense.
talking
My
about. You talking
bad.
about defense?
My
You
bad.
wanna bring
I
up
didn't know we was talking about defense.
Iman Shumpert was a hell of a defender. Iman Shumpert.
No, he
wasn't
played
Tony
defense.
Allen. He wasn't
Tyson
Tony
Chandler.
Allen.
Nah,
That
no,
team was a KG.
he not Tony Allen.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
Rondo.
he had defenders. He had defenders. Let's not act like they
Like,
wasn't playing D.
I'm not gonna say that, but to say it like, listen, if we're gonna, the whole point I'm making is that the defense between Melo and Paul Pierce, it's not even that far off. It's not even. You're splitting hairs, bro. You're
But
not
neither
gonna
is
lose
offense.
it either or.
Neither is the offense.
The
Exactly.
offense,
That's the
I don't
problem.
consider it splitting
Nah,
hairs.
The
I don't
offense-
consider it splitting
The
hairs.
offense, I got Melo. Let's say Melo's a 10. Paul Pierce is an 8 and 9.
Nah, bro.
I think he's more towards the 8 than
Look,
the 10 though.
here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to do after this episode, go on YouTube, go to Basketball Reference, type in Paul Pierce. But I really want you to go to YouTube and
Jesus
watch
Christ.
how dope Paul Pierce was. I want you to look at like.
I know what he was doing.
05.
He did
No,
this
no, no,
shit.
no, no, no,
All
no.
he did was this and shooting people in his fucking mitt. Melo was sitting here, jab
That's the point
stepping,
I'm trying to make.
back to the basket. I'm gonna cook
That's-
you, bitch. That's what he was doing. Melo was just
Yo.
sitting up, shooting in people's face.
Yo, Doug, you're making my point exactly. When Melo or when he was doing when Paul Pierce was doing what I'm talking about in 03, 04, 05, you was barely walking. I'm talking about go back and watch when he was younger, not when he was old.
Let me tell you this.
No,
Let me tell you this.
Hold on, wait. Let me not when
2010.
he was playing with, not when
Paul
he was
Pierce
playing
was playing. 2010. Paul Pierce
2010.
was.
I'm not talking about 2010. That's
I
the
know
point
you're
I'm trying
not
to
talking
make.
about. What's the you was barely walking? I see Paul Pierce and Melo when they was close to their best, and it's not hard. I got the fucking internet,
Do
bro.
you know
I
how
can
much
sit here and
older?
watch
Do you know
Paul
how much
Pierce.
older Paul Pierce was than Melo?
Huh? Paul Pierce was
Paul Pierce came in the league
in 2010. In 2010.
Yeah, Paul Pierce is.
Oh no, he was older. He was older for sure.
Yeah, he like 6 years older than Melo.
Yeah.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. You got to go back. In 2010, Paul Pierce was older. I'm talking about go back to when he was young and was coming through the lane and dunking on people. Things
I
like that.
know.
I'm talking about when he was older.
Melo
His
was
game
doing
kinda
it
slowed
too,
down.
and he was doing it better in my opinion.
No, I just think Paul Pierce was a better player.
I got Paul Pierce.
I think Melo's a better post player, but that's about
Hold
it.
on, Bobby. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I got Paul Pierce. You know, I don't really got nothing else
I
to
got
say.
you for 3-point shooting. I'll give you. I might give you 3-point shooting. Defense, I'll give you, but it's not even by a crazy margin, is what I'm saying. I'm talking about I think impactful. I got Melo, bro.
All right, Dub. Last one.
Okay.
Grant Hill.
Ooh, shit.
Melo.
Grant Hill.
Oh Jesus. Let me go to Basketball Reference.
No, don't go to Basketball Reference. You got to go to YouTube to actually watch these players and see why he was better.
I know what he was doing. I mean, I know. I just gotta see these numbers
I
real
guess.
quick.
All right, I'm going with Grant Hill, and in fact, I think he clears him.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm very comfortable saying Grant Hill.
I want to say Grant, but he just wasn't healthy long enough. Like if Grant would have, I think if we could have got more years from Grant, it would have been easy.
Get that out of your mind. We're going just basketball player.
Best. Okay,
peak.
well, at their peak, I'll go Grant. I gotta go Grant. What he was doing was crazy.
Why?
Because he had everything. There was nothing Grant didn't have.
He couldn't shoot.
The shooting wasn't great. Yeah, okay.
The shooting
wasn't
Yeah,
great.
he wasn't.
You still had to close out. You still had to close out on him.
Close out on 60% from 3.
Whoa, 60% from 3 would be
16.
insane.
16.
Somebody Uber Eats Dub some water, a big tall ice water.
16. This is what we're doing now. 14. What are we doing? You got to close out on that. What are we doing?
16 is crazy.
That's sweet. But okay, but that's how even if you stay back on him and he's still cooking you, that just show you how nasty he is.
There's more to shooting than just 3-pointers.
He got a nice midi game and he was slashing to the basket. That's it, bro.
And he was an excellent playmaker, excellent passer, and he was a better defender.
Yeah, we're not arguing who's the better scorer. It's who's the better player all around.
I think Melo,
and that's why Mars made his argument with Sean Marion. I still go with Melo because I think his scoring clears. But
yeah, Carmelo and Sean Marion, I don't care.
It's like when you talk about an all-around player, Grant Hill did everything, and he still scored too. How much did he average? You on the site right now? Let me know how much. He
he was 20. I think the most he averaged was 25. It was 25.
Yeah, you come to 25. 7,
I think
7,
Carmelo Anthony. I think Carmelo Anthony and. Talking about Carmelo Anthony and his scoring, I think that trumps his scoring. That even trumps the playmaking that he had as well. I don't even think his playmaking.
Who do you think Melo is scoring the ball? You think he's Kobe?
He's the god.
I mean, Melo.
He's the god.
No.
If Kareem or something.
If he was Kobe scoring the ball, like okay, it can trump the playmaking.
We're comparing him Grant Hill, bro.
That doesn't clear Grant Hill's playmaking and scoring.
Yo, Dub, once again, you don't know about Grant.
I've seen enough of Grant, bro. Right. He was a good passer. You want to say better passer than Melo? Cool, I'm not going to argue that. I think that Melo and his.
What about defense? What about defense, Dub? What about Grant Hill's defense compared to Melo's defense?
I'm not. That's not moving me either, bro.
Okay.
That's not moving me.
Dub, you know we're talking about basketball right now, right?
Yeah, that's not his.
Yeah, you're doing a scoring debate. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, we're talking about basketball.
His defense is not moving me. Bro.
If you're arguing who's a better scorer, then you can have.
His defense is not moving me.
He can be a better scorer than Andre Iguodala, Sean Marion, and Grant Hill.
Y'all sleep on Melo crazy, bro. Y'all be disrespecting him crazy, bro.
Definitely
Not
not
as the-
disrespecting.
as-
I'll put Paul Pierce and
Grant
Grant Hill
Hill.
ahead of him. Like that's
You
not wrong
got
with
Grant Hill over Carmelo.
The only
Anthony.
one who kind of disrespected Melo was me with Sean Marion. Everyone else didn't
Carmelo
disrespect.
Anthony, bro. Come
Yo,
on, son.
as a
You
scorer,
want to talk
he's
about?
one of the
You want
greatest
to talk
scorers
about
of all
when,
time.
bro?
And Mars, I wasn't feeling you talking about. Are we talking about what type of scorer do you think he is? Carmelo is.
Carmelo's a great scorer, but he's not
Carmelo,
a
one of the-
great
one
enough
of the
scorer
best-
where he can trump Grant Hill's whole offensive game.
That's a
And,
fact,
I
Doug.
mean,
He trumps it, bro.
Mars, that's a fact,
Yeah,
Mars.
Even
that's
look
all
at
I'm saying. I'm not saying
look at
Carmelo
some-
wasn't a great scorer, but that's
Yo.
not enough to say he's better offensively than
But
Grant Hill.
and Melo scored at all levels too.
Yo, listen. You could even look at
For
some
sure.
of the postseason. We could look at some of the postseason that they had and compared it to. I think Melo is a way better playoff performer than Grant Hill.
Yo,
Hey, Dub,
we
Charlie-
gotta
hey,
What do you
Doug,
want him to do in
Grant Hill.
Detroit? What do you
Wait,
want him
we
to do in
gotta
Detroit?
Charlie-
factor in though.
Grant Hill
If we
wasn't
go
doing
look-
shit in Detroit.
What did you want him to do?
He wasn't doing shit.
But what did you want him to do?
Melo was at least. I'm talking about performance. They're performing on the court. Melo was performing better on the court than Grant Hill.
I remember that Jazz series.
That was one. No. There's a couple. There's a couple where he played bad.
Clippers.
There's a few where what's his name? Grant Hill played terrible as well.
That's cool. I mean, Grant Hill had like what? We're going like he had like 4 years.
Grant
like,
Hill,
so
that's the one thing. He
and he was on
didn't play that well.
he was on a bad Detroit team. Like it's not. I'm not gonna.
What was Melo on?
The Nuggets weren't as bad as those.
Headshot. What was Melo on? What was Melo on?
The Nuggets weren't as bad as the Pistons.
Bro, they were bad. They were that. They were not. They're bad, especially when they got AI because they had to rely mainly on offense and no defense at all. Like, come on, son, we're not doing this.
All right, we got a super chat. Eric Dupree, Dub is nasty. He didn't experience Grant Hill.
Damn, they're saying you're too young. That's tough.
Damn, young fella.
No, Mars is not too young. Man, fuck y'all.
Welcome to the Alliance. Why am I just catching strays?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not you. I didn't say fuck you. I said fuck the chat.
Damn.
Sorry,
Dub,
Mars.
did you just rip
I
up that
experienced
line?
Grant
On the
Hill in
rocks.
real time. I was there.
Got him arguing.
In shambles. It's
No.
in
We're still here, Mars.
shambles.
We're still here. Right here,
Official
buddy.
Alliance
Yes,
is
sir.
on the rocks. Tyson Thomas sent a super chat. Melo operated. He is a role player. His only role is to score. No intangibles. No impact on winning.
Oh my God!
talk, Tyson.
You guys
Talk
are
your
just
talk.
lying on this man's name, son. This guy's made the playoffs every single year. You talking about you want to say he's not like a championship caliber winner? Cool. No impact on winning. Man, stop lying, bro. This man's been making the playoffs consistently for his whole entire career off the backbone of him. Him. He is him.
Heem.
Okay.
I got big love for Melo. Big love for Melo.
All right, switching gears. I want to talk about the Pelicans because why not? Do you think that the Pelicans can be a top 10 team in the NBA this season?
Hell yeah.
By what record or like how we doing that?
I mean, we can really only go off of regular season when we're looking at this, right? I mean, I guess unless you want to do like power rankings of this.
We could do that if you want to. If you want to whip out that good old power rankings, we could do that because
They
I'm
might
not gonna
they
lie.
might be the 8th best team in the West.
In what?
Wait, which
They
team?
might.
Which
Mars.
team? Which
Mars,
team?
are you-
Pelicans, they
what are
might
you
be the
on?
8th. They might be the 8th.
Hey,
best
yo,
team in
pass
the
me,
The
West.
Lakers?
pass me that London pack. Pass
The
me that UK
Pelicans.
pack.
The
And I'm
Pelicans.
saying Mars.
Oh,
Mars.
nah,
It
not bad.
was
That's not bad.
some of your tea and crumpets this morning, Mars.
I said they
Yeah.
might be. I never said I'm betting on it, but I don't think it's crazy to say that the
Mars.
Warriors. I don't think it's
Can
crazy
you
to say the
pass me
Warriors,
that
the
spiked
Clippers, the
T-pack?
Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, the Phoenix
Hey,
Suns,
mate, I don't have the same tea bag.
the
as
Lakers.
You. Can you pass me
and
that?
then that's 7 teams. Then you got the Timberwolves.
Nah, that's not crazy.
Ron just
Mars,
asked
Mars,
for
Mars,
the
you
to say
feedback.
that it's not
Mars,
crazy
you got
to
some,
say
you
they're
got
the
you
8th
got
best
some
team.
brandy. You got some brandy in your Earl Grey.
Why y'all
I just
ignoring
want to
everything
know.
he
What
said?
did I? Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
my
did I
bad,
say
Mars.
that was
Can you
crazy?
repeat that? I'm sorry, Mars. Can you repeat that?
I don't think
was
it's
being
crazy
ignorant.
to say the Golden State Warriors, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nuggets.
No, we can stop right there with the Lakers. We can stop.
What?
I never
there.
said.
The
I never
Pelicans-
said they will be better. I said it's not crazy to say the.
Hold
Lakers
on,
will be better.
get the rest off.
Okay.
You said the Lakers, the Nuggets.
The Lakers, the Nuggets, the Mavericks.
That's where the left stop. That's where the
Okay,
left stop.
okay. I'll take the
Okay,
Mavericks off.
keep going.
The The Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, the Phoenix Suns. That's 8 teams. It's not crazy
Hold on,
to
the
say they'd be
Grizzlies.
the 8th best team.
Hold on, wait. What was the last 3 teams you said?
Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns, Timberwolves. It's
I
not
think they're
crazy
better
to
than
say.
all three of those teams.
You
It's
can
not
think
crazy
that,
to
you
say.
can think
No, it's
that.
not
That's
crazy
what I
to say.
said. It's not crazy
But
to say
no,
that
time
the
out,
eighth best
time out.
team.
This is
So,
the point.
are you saying you can make an argument, Mars? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
I'm
Oh,
saying
you
it's
can
not
make an
crazy.
argument, huh?
You can
They're
make
I
right
could
here,
easily
bro.
win that
Got
argument.
your
That's the
ass.
point. I can easily
Got
win that
your ass.
argument that they'd be the eighth best team.
Yeah.
Yes,
got
there we
your
go.
ass.
There we go.
Okay, hold on. Let's get.
There we go. You
I
can
want to
make
get
the
everyone's.
argument.
I want to get everyone's top 10 teams then going into this season where you think they're going to rank. Mars, we'll start with you. I was trying to. I don't know if you were putting those in order or you were just saying these teams will be better than them, but
In the whole NBA.
yeah, give me your top 10 for this season.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wait,
kinda
East
not
and
really
West?
prepared for this.
Sixers.
The top team?
Nuggets.
Or
Are
just
you
top
put
in
Mars? Are you putting them in
regular
order, or are you just saying 10?
Yeah, this is an order in terms of how
Okay.
I think they're going to be seeded, not
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Okay, cool.
Sixers, Nuggets, Warriors, Clippers, Bucks, Cleveland, Miami, Brooklyn, Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah, they just won 64 games, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
not
I'm not
crazy.
mad at Phoenix. I mean,
Phoenix, Minnesota, I think. I might have missed it.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they're
Did
gonna
you
have a
get-
good they're gonna have a
Did
great
you say
regular
the
season.
Lakers? Did you say the Lakers?
Nah.
Sixers, Nuggets, Warriors, Clippers, Bucks, Cavs, Heat, Nets, Suns, Timberwolves.
Sounds about right.
I think the Lakers will finish over the Timberwolves.
I don't know. I like
Maybe.
the Timberwolves.
I think the Timberwolves gonna have a great regular season and lose in round one.
Yeah, Pelicans top 10. Maybe that is a little crazy looking at this top 10 list.
I think
a lot-
Memphis.
There's
I think
like 12 teams that are very good this year because everyone else is trying to get Victor, so it's very top and bottom, no middle.
I think Memphis is
True.
probably going to be leading the seeds this year.
Nah, Memphis are gonna come back to reality. Nice playing team this year.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say I'm not gonna lie. I think
I'm
the
not
Pelicans are
with
better
that.
than Memphis.
So you think the Suns are going to be better than the Clippers, Mars?
Did I not say the Clippers?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
the Clippers.
Oh my God, you put them fourth. Holy shit.
Okay. I was about to say, and I think the Suns will be good. I think they'll win like 50 games, but I don't think they're gonna.
I
They'll be
thought
like a
they're
4
going to
seed.
fall way off.
Nah, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Monty Williams. That's still a very good team. Like they're going to be a good regular season team, regardless of everything that's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
DeAndre
they're
Ayton might
gonna
be
they're gonna
disgruntled.
win games. Yeah, they're gonna win games.
He's still gonna ball though.
Yeah, I don't know. Phoenix, I don't know, bro. I mean, judging the seed is tough. It is tough. Maybe Phoenix, the Warriors, Memphis could be up there. Milwaukee, Philly. Cause I think the East is more back and forth than the I think I don't even know. No, fuck it. I'm not
Here,
even-
you don't have to give me, you don't have to rank them, but Dub, keep going. You said Suns, Grizzlies, Bucks, Sixers.
I don't want to rank it, but I think in my top 10, you're gonna have the Bucks, you're gonna have the Celtics, you're gonna have the Phoenix Suns, the Grizzlies, the Warriors.
I didn't say Boston.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you didn't say Boston. You
You
did
have
not
the
say
Cavs
team I forgot.
sixth.
I knew there was a team I forgot.
Then did I say the Bucks?
Hold on. Suns, Grizzlies, Bucks, Sixers, Celtics.
What's it called? Did I say the Warriors?
No.
Yeah, I said the Grizzlies already, right?
Yes.
The Denver Nuggets, the Clippers. I think Miami could still be probably in that top seed, and then the Lakers.
I apologize, Boston fans.
You want
Yeah,
to
you
fix your
folded on
list,
that.
Mars? You have Sixers, Nuggets, Warriors, Clippers, Bucks, Cavs, Heat, Nets, Suns, Timberwolves.
Do I take Miami out? Put Cleveland in there.
Yeah, I think if I'm taking anyone off, it'll be Miami for Boston.
Ron?
There's a lot of good teams.
Nah, it is. This isn't the first three are in order, and then after that, everything's kind of all over the place. But I got the Bucks, the Clippers, the Warriors. Then I'll go the 76ers. I got the Heat in my top 10. Boston as well, fresh off a championship. They got to be there. I got the Nuggets. And then these next three is a little shaky. I got the Nets in there, but they got a lot to prove. I have Cleveland in there. And the 10th team that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and I think they're going to make a lot of noise in the regular season, playoffs is yet to be determined, even though they were in the Eastern Conference Finals a couple years ago. I got the Atlanta Hawks.
Disgusting.
Damn, the Hawks are gonna be good too. Jesus
There's
Christ.
really a lot of good. Like you're gonna have play-in teams that could legitimately make the conference finals.
Yeah.
And everyone
I have
else will be getting
I have a
one big
question
lump.
after Bobby goes because I agree, Mars. I think that's going to be one of the better years of NBA basketball. Bobby, top 10.
I'll probably have Bucks, Nets, Clippers, Nuggets, Boston, Philly, Golden State. Shit, man, it's tough. I'll probably put the Mavericks in. Nah, I don't know. So we're talking about regular season, like seeding, or who's the best? You know, like who's the best team? Because I can't call it. Like some teams gonna have a good record and then fold in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just went with 10
know?
best records. Like I just
Okay.
assumed he would have the 10 best records.
Okay, well,
I
then,
kind
yeah,
of went with teams. I didn't even go with
Yeah.
records at all. I went with just based on how your team looks.
Yeah, I would say Golden State, Phoenix.
One more. You have Bucks, Nets, Clippers, Nuggets, Celtics, Sixers, Warriors, Mavericks, Suns.
I said Philly already.
Haven't said the Kings.
Yeah, you have it.
Shit. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say Cleveland. I'm gonna say Cleveland.
Yo, how come Bobby's the only one that said the Mavericks top 10? What's wrong with you guys?
I think you guys are gonna be in the play-in.
What's wrong with you guys?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think the Mavericks might have a good record, but I don't think they're one of the best 10 teams.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about the conference, I think Golden State could be better. The Grizzlies could be better. The Nuggets could be better. In seeding, well, maybe, and then Phoenix and then Dallas could be there, but then the Clippers, I don't know, bro. It'll be up in the air. It's tough.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Portland's a better team than Dallas.
Shut up.
Yeah, Dallas. Dallas. I think Dallas is hyped a lot, especially for what they're going to do in the regular season. I think it's a lot of hype coming out of Dallas.
How are they hyped, bro? I mean, they made the corrections last year. They had a tremendous second half, and their defense has improved, and their defense hasn't changed. I don't know why. Why is
you
everyone?
add Christian Wood, your defense?
Well, you got
He's
to
off the
also
bench.
remember.
I think he's
You
off
got to
the
also
bench.
remember.
He's still gonna play. Like what? He's still gonna
Well,
play.
we can't-
He's not gonna greatly impact that defense if he's coming off the bench.
Christian
He's
Wood.
gonna play
Christian Wood's
more
going
than
to play a
JaVale
lot.
McGee. He's gonna play more than JaVale McGee. He's just not gonna start.
But
You
you
think the
also
defense
got.
is
He'll play
that much
starter
of a
minutes.
hit?
He'll play starter minutes.
Yeah, when
think he's gonna take that much of a hit, bro.
Yeah, when you replace like good defense in the front court, and then you have a bad defensive center, your defense takes a hit.
Who did they have last year? Dwight Powell, right?
Dwight Powell,
Maxi
Maxi Kleber.
Kleber, and who else played the five?
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro.
What
Dwight
What
Powell.
you got? You
Dwight
also got.
Powell.
You got to remember too, Dub. Like that
They'll
was
be
the
fine.
West, and the West was real hurt last year. The West
they
was
made their-
injured last year. We can't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off what happened last year in the West compared to
But
this year in the West.
they made their money off of their perimeter defense. So I mean, even though that they have a Christian Wood, I don't think the defense is going to take that much of a hit.
And they lost Jalen Brunson, who carried them through a couple of those games when Luka was hurt, and as well
Yeah,
when Luka came back.
On the scoring side, I agree with you 100%. But I'm talking about their defense. They made their bread and butter off of their perimeter defense, not because
Yeah,
they
but
had a rim protector.
Yeah,
think
but
the
once
Mavericks
you
are
once
one
you
of
have
the most
Luka
hyped
on your
teams in the NBA.
perimeter, Jalen Brunson played
had
defense. Now you have
Dwight
Tim
Powell.
Hardaway Jr. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. is not playing defense. So you have Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr. Then you got Dorian Finney-Smith and Maxi Kleber who play defense, and then Christian
Don't
Wood
forget
is-
Bullock
Jalen-
too. What's his
when
name?
yeah,
Jalen
Reggie Bullock as well. I don't
when
know
Jay-
who's gonna start.
When Jalen Brunson wasn't in the game, did the defense really take that much of a hit?
No, he didn't. No, he's a guard. He's not going to impact the defense that much. That's why I'm saying Christian
what
Wood
I'm-
is going to make them worse. It's not
That's-
about. It's not
that's
about
the point.
really about Dwight Powell making their defense that much better or JaVale McGee making their defense. It's about when you have a bad defensive big in the game, your defense just gets much worse, and that's what Christian Wood is. He's a bad defender.
But
So
my
Dub,
point is-
them
my point is-
losing Jalen wasn't a loss at all. That's
No,
not
it's
a
a
loss.
loss. No, it's a loss. I'm just talking about the defense right now. Dwight Powell is not this crazy ass defender, is my point in which I'm making. They were able to survive without that, with that guy there. So having Christian Wood, if you want to say that the defense gets worse, I can hear you, but it doesn't even fall off a cliff. They made their bread and butter off their perimeter defense, not their rim protecting. So adding Christian Wood in the mix, it's not going to make the defense fall off a cliff.
But
Is the point in which I'm
Jalen
making.
Brunson was one of those perimeter defenders, though.
Oh my God!
Not only that though. Like I said earlier,
Bro.
a lot of the teams in the West got better though. Like they're not
No.
the same. It's not the same
Ron,
West as it was
Ron,
last
Dub,
year.
And
you
this
said
why-
they made their
like,
bread and
no,
butter on perimeter
Ron,
defense, but
Ron.
Jalen Brunson was one of those
Ron.
perimeter defenders.
Jalen Brunson was a good defender. Did the defense fall off that much when Luka was in there and Jalen Brunson was not? Mars,
No.
do you have the stats?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the question was.
Based off what I seen, like the defense was still able to be playing high level with Luka in there and Jalen Brunson not being in there. That's based off of what I seen. That's why you mentioned Jalen Brunson in terms of defense. That's why you mentioned Jalen Brunson in terms of defense.
He helps their perimeter defense because you can't have many liabilities out there on the perimeter.
Mars, I have a question.
But,
Why do you say Christian Wood's defense is bad?
Because
what
there
makes it bad?
There hasn't been a time in his career where I've seen him play any good defense at the rim at all. His pick and roll coverage looks terrible. On the perimeter, I guess he moves his feet quite well, but he doesn't really contain any penetration. He's not a shot blocker. His defensive rebounding isn't even that great, to be honest. I don't see what value he brings on that side at all. And Maxi Kleber played a lot of the 5 for them last year. Dwight Powell's minutes weren't that high, especially in the playoffs. And now you're going to have to move Maxi Kleber to the 4 to get Christian Wood minutes, which is going to make your defense worse. And it's going to get some of your shooting off the court. Reggie Bullock.
A lot of times, Maxi.
So I just think that team's
going
to be worse.
Forwards. A lot of times, Maxi's guarding the best forwards.
I think Christian Wood is just a bad pickup. I think Christian Wood is just a bad
But Mars, this is why I say where you have to put an understanding in this, because this is why I say you put players in systems, they could sit here and evolve their games to the system that's in play. Even though Christian Wood was on the Houston Rockets, where they're fucking ass. You're not going to have the same effort. You're not going to be putting in the same type of work on the defensive side of things, especially when you're on the Houston Rockets, who's losing time. You're in a Jason Kidd system with those guys. I expect to be a better caliber of defender than we was on the Houston Rockets. And on top of that, you guys keep bringing up this Jalen Brunson. That shit's not moving me, bro. It's just not.
But also,
if
Mars,
Christian Wood becomes a better defender, then I'll just be
Mars.
wrong.
Christian Wood's not a bad pickup because we didn't really have a formidable center on the offensive side of the floor. It was horrendous. Like we were all perimeter basketball.
I mean, you have Kristaps Porzingis, but
he's not even a ground grade for Powell, bro.
Kristaps Porzingis was better than Christian Wood.
Right before
you guys hate.
Two years ago, Kristaps just looked like a shell. Like it was just bad.
That's because Luka doesn't use perimeter bigs well, and that's what Christian Wood is. He's not an inside big.
Before we traded, Kristaps was coming off an injury too,
bro. And
he was still better than Christian Wood.
Right before we traded Kristaps actually was playing very well. Like it was actually looking good. So yes, he could play with Kristaps Porzingis.
Hey, JD, does anybody do any of the superstars or all-stars or just top 30 players in the NBA, does anybody want to play with Luka?
Of course they would want to play with Luka. Luka just doesn't go out and fish for other superstars. Why wouldn't you want to play with Luka Doncic?
He's not 30.
If you want the ball, you probably don't want.
Maybe Luka's not as good as y'all think he is.
Bro, Luka is better than you think he is.
I hope so, because I'm still not really.
Wait, where'd you have Luka ranked in the NBA?
Mars, how can I check on?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I would love to, bro. Top 10. All right, well,
I haven't thought about it, but I'm not sure.
Top 10.
Yo, can somebody in the chat?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Can somebody in chat send to me Jalen Brunson's defense?
I mean, Luka's definitely cold, but it's just kind of the way I look at basketball too. It's a lot of times there's more production in all those, with James Harden and Luka. James Harden and Luka, they do stuff. It's just unnecessary. Why are you shooting at all this stupid step backs? They're like, oh, well, he had 38, but they probably would have won if he had 28. Why are you even shooting that instead of passing to open cutters? Why? It's.
There's no open cutters on the Mavericks.
There's open cutters. There's open cutters. There's open cutters if you pass the ball. So you telling me Jason Kidd runs an offense where there's no cutters? And that's another thing. A lot of times people don't cut because it's man, I've been watching this motherfucker shoot these threes all season. I'm tired of this shit.
A lot of the offense is pick and roll off of Luka. So,
But what's the point of having a pick and roll when you just know what's coming? It's just like the same thing over and over.
Bro, you're telling me that, I mean, I guess this is nasty context, Ben, but the pick and roll with Luka Doncic and Christian Wood this year is going to be disgusting.
It can't be. But Luka has to open up his game and have a little more trust in his teammates. He's got to open up his game. Now it won't necessarily impact Luka's legacy as far as scoring and getting to the cup or shooting those long threes. Like, it won't impact that, but it would impact maybe more of a winning basketball style. Like, I'm not downgrading Luka. I'm just saying I just don't really see it yet.
It's crazy that you guys are trying to pin Luka as a selfish basketball player.
The one thing
not
that
a
I will
selfish
Luka
basketball player.
is that
I
he
don't
doesn't have
think he's selfish,
somebody to really pass to like that. Like, he doesn't have a complimentary star. You could say that Jalen Brunson was that, and he actually did let Jalen Brunson get the ball, run the offense, and do his ISOs too. But he doesn't just have somebody that can make him.
Tim Hardaway's not
like
doing
Luka,
that.
Go to
Dorian
the corner.
Finney
Or
Smith
Luka,
is not
you're
doing
off
that.
ball.
Right.
Well,
There's nobody who
can
pound the rock at the top of the key and be an efficient pick and roll threat. Luka Doncic is the only one on that team right now that is an efficient pick and roll threat. And then last year, Jalen Brunson was probably just as good, honestly.
Well, he got Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie, yes, I forgot about Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is actually going to be great.
Well, my main question was just kind of like,
fine.
My main question was, does anybody want to come and be that person for Luka? Like, would Bradley Beal want to go play in Dallas with Luka?
I wouldn't want Bradley Beal.
Well, maybe not
think...
Bradley Beal for sure. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to name people.
I think anybody will enjoy playing with Luka Doncic at all. I think they could find a way to coincide with one another. I think people overrate the struggles of Kristaps Porzingis and try to put that on Luka Doncic, where I think that's just a wrong thing to do. I mean, KP, even last year, KP was playing pretty well. He wasn't playing trash.
Yeah, he was playing great. He was playing great.
Luka didn't affect his play, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to sit here and say that. They traded Kristaps Porzingis mainly because they didn't feel as if he fit well with what Jason Kidd want going on in the Dallas Mavericks. And actually that worked for the benefit of the team. They got a Spencer Dinwiddie, a guy who put in good minutes in the postseason, and that's what elevated them to be who they were. So they made the right decision. It has nothing to do with Luka Doncic, bro.
Maybe Kristaps was like, I want Luka to give me the ball a little bit, and they were like, yeah, that might help us win a couple more games, but that's not going to sell tickets.
He was getting the ball. I think he was getting the ball.
I don't think Porzingis was getting the ball how you guys seem to think he was getting the ball. I just don't think the way Luka plays is gonna. You're not gonna win playing how Luka's playing right now. But
thank you, Morris. That's not basketball.
Let's put this into context, right? Last year, right, he had 14.9 shots a game on the Dallas Mavericks. Goes to Washington, has 15.2. He's getting the ball, bro. He's getting the ball.
All right.
Okay.
Matthias Olabi, Luka DPM 0.9, Jalen DPM 0.0.
Defensive plus minus is crazy. Okay.
Wait. What was that? What was that?
It's some defensive stat. Defensive plus minus. These
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, these defensive stats.
So Jalen's was 0.0 and
it was 0.0 and Luka's was 0.9. I don't even know. I think I was going back to like.
Thank you.
The defense.
Thank you, Matthias. Thank you for proving my point.
You don't know what that means, though.
Me neither. I don't know what it means. I don't care.
Let's go.
It proves my point that Jalen Brunson is not going to impact that defense like that. I guess it does. I think it does. So we can roll with it.
So this is what I wanted to ask Mars, because you were talking about how there's so many good teams this season. I'm excited to watch the NBA this year. But I want to ask the question, do you think that this will be the greatest season ever in terms of the balance in the NBA? And what I'm trying to ask, I guess, is that you can look at damn near every single team and there is a guy that you would turn the TV on to watch that game.
For the good teams, yeah. Permitting health, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to go turn on any Utah Jazz games this year or the Spurs. They're not getting any watch time. But the good teams, I'm going to try watch every team. I think this is maybe the one time you have like 4 teams in each conference that have a legit like aspiration of winning the title. You've got like another 2-3 teams in each conference who think if everything goes right, maybe they can make a finals run.
Give you trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like 12, 13, 14 teams that will have conference finals and above aspirations. I think this is the first time we've ever seen that. And I do think that's because of Wembanyama, to be honest. All the bad teams are getting rid of all their assets and giving them to the good teams because they want Victor Wembanyama and everyone else just wants to win. So you're not going to find many Indiana Pacers with 41 wins making the 6th seed or any of that because no teams want to be average. You either want to contend or you want to be trash, and that's what we have right now. So it's very top heavy and bottom heavy, nothing in the middle really.
Ron, what do you think?
Can you ask the question again?
So I guess what I'm trying to get at is in the last, I guess, like 10 years or so, it seemed so top heavy, and like there was really only what felt like, I don't know, 8 teams that you might want to actually sit down and watch a game. It feels like this season is one of those seasons where it's one of the more balanced in terms of stars, or, you know, when I say stars, I don't mean necessarily stars in the NBA, but stars for their teams. There's just a higher level of basketball being played on each team. And so is this like one of the better basketball seasons that you think we're going to get?
Yeah. The reason why I would say that is because going into this year, this may be the first time that in a while that I can remember that everybody's healthy. And on top of that, everybody that's healthy, they all happen to be on good teams. So it's like, you know, you got KD and Kyrie coming back healthy, a good team. You got Kawhi coming back to a team with championship aspirations. You got AD coming back to a team with championship aspirations. You got Dame coming back to a team where he
Zion
might not be in that elite group, but I think Portland, like how I said earlier, Portland is a team you shouldn't sleep on them. And I can break down their roster as to why I think that they're going to be, you know, a team that's going to scare some of those upper teams. Might not beat them. Matter of fact, Portland might have a first round or second round upset. They got a well-balanced roster. How you just said, Zion, I feel the same way about the Pelicans. With the addition of Zion on the Pelicans are a team that I'm telling you, nobody wants to play the Pelicans. They are scared. You seen what they did last year in the playoffs. They pushed Phoenix to the brink, and that was without Zion. With Zion, bro, I think the Pelicans will crush the Suns and be scary to other teams too.
They did that with a Hurts, with a fucking old-ass CP3, bro. Like, come on.
So he's got older. So what am I supposed to say that now with CP getting older that they're better than the Pelicans?
What? What?
Nothing.
My bad. Hollywood, yes.
I was wondering if you saw that.
I did see that. Is it too short? You don't like it? It's too short?
You asked the chat. I was just wondering if you saw the comment.
No, I seen the comment. Hollywood, is it too short? That's why you won't like it?
It's messed up.
Oh, no. I'm waiting for you to comment. You guys continue. I'm waiting for his comment, though.
Bob, I want to hear your thoughts. Oh, Bobby's frozen. Heat. That was fire. Tough. Yeah, man, I'm excited. We're less than a week away from opening night. This is probably the most excited I've been to watch an NBA season in, like, I don't know. It feels like the last 10 years, because there was a stint for probably 3 or 4 years where I did not pay much attention to the NBA at all. I just didn't really care. It was always the same. LeBron, Steph, forever. It's like there's really no even point to watching this. Like
KD too.
KD, right. And so it just feels like there's a lot more balance and a lot more just people that you would want to, even if they're not at the caliber of the superstars in the NBA, there's guys like Ron, your guy, Jalen Green. I want to watch Jalen Green play basketball, even though he's on a shit team. I really want to watch Cade Cunningham play basketball this season. Like, I want to watch. There's a lot of these sophomore guys I want to watch, but there's probably only like Mars said. There's probably only like 2 or 3 teams that I was if they're playing, it's like, whatever.
No, I feel it. I've always been that way though. I always love watching hoop, whether a team sucks or not. But I agree that this year it's a lot more competitive teams to actually, you know, make things just a little more interesting. On top of that, why back? Y'all get used to that statement. Why back? You hear me, Mars?
Yeah, for like 50
Why
games.
back?
Yeah, for like 50 games.
And those
Yeah,
50 games
Kawhi's
gonna
gonna
be
get
hell.
her in the fucking postseason
Hey.
again. Then what you gonna say?
Come on, Dub. That's bad juju, bro. Don't do
It's
that.
not bad juju. It's
I
just.
thought
a
we
fact,
weren't
bro.
doing that this year.
Nah, bro. Y'all crucified.
I hope everyone stays healthy. I prefer when teams win, there's no question marks, but every title seems to have question marks. So
Why back?
someone's going to get hurt.
Somebody's gonna get hurt. It's probably gonna be Kawhi Leonard again.
Come on, Dub. That's twice in 5
Hashtag
minutes.
Mr. Glass.
That's called.
Hey, like how I keep saying, when Kawhi whooping your favorite players, I don't want to hear nothing.
I love Kawhi Leonard, bro. I just hate the way that y'all glorify this man and crucify
Because he
somebody
be
else for the
whooping your
same
favorite
thing.
players. That's why.
Who's my favorite player? He ain't whoop my favorite player. What favorite
Who's your
player he
favorite
whooped?
player? Who won any one of them?
Who?
Then everybody that
Dwayne
felt
Wade.
the wrath of Kawhi.
Dwayne Wade did that.
Everybody that felt
That
the
was
wrath of
first.
Kawhi.
Who? KD ain't my favorite.
Everybody.
Steph ain't my favorite. I hate him. You know I hate him.
Oh, I'm saying everybody's favorite players have felt the wrath of Kawhi.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Who's felt
Luka-
the wrath of Chris Paul?
Luka, I'll tell you right now.
I don't remember Jokic feeling the wrath of Kawhi.
I'll tell you right now.
don't remember
Kawhi was feeling the wrath of Luka Doncic. We're gonna be real.
All right, so Luka
Luka
and Jokic are the only ones that haven't felt the pain. All
Well, I
right.
mean, Luka did
Cool.
lose to Kawhi. But
Luka
Jokic-
lost, but-
Jokic didn't.
Luka lost, but Luka was,
Jokic came
That
back
boy-
3 months.
Both boys should have got caught for racism the way he was doing them, bro.
Like
that was
game
not.
winner in the bubble was crazy.
Oh,
I
Right.
remember that game winner.
It took Jokic to come and balance out the NBA. Kudos to the 2-time MVP.
Better than Kawhi.
Why back?
My back.
Hey, JD.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only fitting that I do this on this episode right now. Can we play a little game called Who Devin's Better Than?
Do you want to play a game?
Oh my God.
Who
No, I
Devin's
want you guys to.
better
I want you guys to throw out players so I can
cool,
tell
cool,
you
cool.
who Devin Booker is actually better than, and
Let's
prove
do
to
this.
you guys that he really is, in fact, one of the top players in the NBA.
All right, cool.
Hold on. Let's start with this because you just say he's one of the top players in the NBA. Where is he right now for you?
For me, I got him in anywhere from the 8, 9, 10 range, somewhere in there.
Ain't no way you could have him
Watch,
8.
throw him out there. So I'm gonna show you. I'll probably say 9 or 10, but I'm gonna show you. Throw him out there.
Jamal
Dame-
Williams said that Dub's a Puerto Rican ticket.
That's tough.
Appreciate it. My Puerto Rican brethren.
All
Watching
right.
that Redeem team, I felt so proud. I forgot that my Puerto Rican brethren was the people that gave Team USA one of their losses. Salute to you guys, my brothers, my Puerto Rican brethren. Y'all keep grinding and y'all keep showing out. Hashtag we are not the same.
Ron, let's play this silly game that you want to play.
This
It's
is going to
great
be a
game.
bad
Are you
game.
better than Devin Booker? This could be a bad game for you, Ron. Are you going to put the names out or you want us to
No, I
give you
want you
names?
guys to throw it out there. Give me 10 better players than Devin Booker.
Oh, that's
right.
easy. Giannis.
Go ahead, Mars.
All right, that's
Giannis.
one.
Jokic.
Undebatable.
Yep. Jokic.
Undebatable.
Steph.
Undebatable.
Luka.
Undebatable.
I don't like that.
Undebatable. Like, let's go.
Okay,
That's
I
an
can't play
easy.
with Luka.
That's an easy undebatable, bro.
Okay.
LeBron.
Undebatable.
KD.
What are we at right now? 6?
KD is
Oh,
6.
Ron, this
KD
agenda
KD
is
six.
Would you like to
I'll give it-
reconsider where you put
I'll
him?
give
Yeah,
it to KD.
KD is 6.
Mhm.
Kawhi.
I'll give it to Kawhi.
Embiid.
Give it to Embiid.
Damian Lillard. Then you know Damian Lillard's better. You know Damian Lillard's better.
Because this is where
Got him.
This is where things start
Got
getting
him.
crazy, though. No, this is where things start getting crazy. Now, this is where you have to factor in what these players have done in the past. Yes, Damian Lillard is a phenomenal scorer. He is. I'll give it to him. But when has Damian Lillard came in the playoffs and led his team all the way to the finals? When has he done that? Performed in the finals too. When has he done that?
So you have Devin Booker over Dame.
It's a debate that can be had. It's
Do
a
you
debate
have
Yes
do
or
you
no?
have Devin
Yes or
Booker
no,
over Dame?
Ron?
I
You
want
can't
to hear
play
that
the game and
argument
then not.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I
you
don't want to hear
can't
that
play the game and
argument
then
You
not
bullshit.
can't play the game and
Can
then
you
not say
win
yes
that
or no.
argument? Can you
You
win
need to
that
say that
argument,
you
Ron?
have Devin Booker over Damian Lillard.
I'm gonna go with Devin.
Okay, Devin. Okay, Jimmy
I'm gonna go
Butler.
with Devin.
Jimmy Butler.
Shit.
Look at that timing.
I remember the finals, conference finals.
No. I'm gonna give Jimmy. I'm gonna give
Shout
it
out
to
to you,
Jimmy.
Swoop.
So that's 9. That's 9.
That's
already.
nine.
Swood.
Jason Tatum.
Anthony
No.
Davis. Okay,
No.
Jason Tatum. Jason
No,
Tatum.
not Jason Tatum. No.
Anthony Davis?
Hold on.
I said, we're talking about Jason Tatum.
Wait, hold on.
I'll get to the real bubble wrap man in a second.
Ron,
real
Ron.
bubble
When
wrap
we
ram
say
is
a player,
Kawhi
you
Leonard.
need to say Devin Booker is better than, or the other players better than Devin
Devin
Booker.
Booker is better than Jason Tatum. His playoff run, that when he went to the championship 2 years ago, let's not forget about that. When he went to the play, when he did it 2 years ago, he did it in a more impressive fashion than Jason Tatum.
Let's stay there. Let's stay
Hell
there.
nah.
What the hell
Hell
did
nah.
Devin Booker do this
run,
year?
whatever you
Devin
think
Booker's
Devin
performance
Booker
is
did in
Devin
this
way
Booker
run
just
is
do,
way
and what did
better.
Jason Tatum just do?
What you mean?
What you mean?
What
What
did
I
Devin
mean?
Booker do?
I don't know
Devin
what you
Booker,
think
he
Devin
stuck
Booker
up the
did in that
fucking
run.
field. He stuck up the field last year.
He averaged 27 points during that whole championship run.
Last season.
Not
what
last
did
season.
Devin
I'm talking
Booker
about.
do?
I said.
Why you
I said
excluding that?
I said
Why
his
you
finals
excluding that?
run. I said his finals run was more impressive than Jason Tatum's. That's what I said. Last year, you could say last year in the playoffs,
Ron.
Jason Tatum played better.
Ron.
Okay, he also had a better team as well. So
Ron,
give him
you
that
acting
too.
as if Jason Tatum wasn't last year on the fucking Nets, was having like 50 points a game, bro.
He for sure. Yo, but I can do that with I can go into the archives with Devin Booker too and say,
No,
oh, he
you
scored
can't.
70.
No, you can't.
Dude
He did
scored
2
70
years.
points. Dude
Oh
scored
my
70 points.
God,
But you see what
he
I'm
lost
saying?
the game by
I can do that,
50.
though. I
Ron,
can do
you
that
pissing
though.
me
I can
off.
do. Yo, when you score 70, you still got to score. So like, let's not do
we
that.
talking
Let's
about
not do
They were
postseason.
literally letting
no,
him
for sure,
score.
for sure. No, JT last year, he was going crazy. He did have that game where he went for 50, but he was very inconsistent. Devin Booker throughout that run was going ballistic. Scored the most points ever in a playoff run by a first-year player.
Yeah, but that's because he didn't make the playoffs his first 5 years. That's not Jason Tatum's fault. Jason Tatum made it as a rookie, so he couldn't set that record.
But that doesn't subtract from the fact that he was doing his thing throughout that whole time.
Yeah, he played great against the Lakers. He played great against the Lakers. He was okay against the Nuggets. He wasn't great against the Clippers
Shout
at
out to
all,
you,
and he
Wes.
was solid in the finals. The run wasn't some otherworldly thing. He played
Okay, so
like
I can
Devin
sit
Booker.
here. I can sit here and poke fun at Jason Tatum's joint too. When you average
You
27
can if you
points,
want.
when you go 27-5-5, and you lead your team to the finals, bro, and you win 2 games in the finals, you did your job.
Yo, guys, I got him. Dub, how many are we at? How many players do we have that are better than?
He has
Nine.
9. He has 9.
Okay, here you go, Ron. Or actually, answer the AD one first. Anthony Davis.
Oh my
Man,
God. If you have Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah, I was gonna say the
above him,
exact same
you
thing.
have
If
to
Kawhi
have to
Leonard
play
makes it,
AD.
then AD has to make it. Unless you
Yeah.
think Devin Booker's just a better player.
I'll go with AD. Y'all got AD.
So that's
All
10.
right. Okay.
Game,
Okay.
we won.
Hold on.
Ether.
I have the best one. Trey Young.
I was gonna say Trae Young next.
Ah.
See, Mars has telepathy.
Ah.
I'll give you Trae
29
Young,
and
too.
9.
I'll give you Trae Young too. I'll give you Trae Young too.
So that's 11.
11.
Ron,
That's
this agenda is being shattered.
Who else though? Because at 11, the love stops.
John Morant.
No. You put Devin Booker on that Memphis team, they do even more.
I don't want you to give me
Kyle.
hypothetical situations. I just want
I
to know if
said
they're
no.
better. Okay.
Hell no.
Donovan
'cause-
Mitchell.
No. Hell.
Because
No.
I think if we're giving AD the health benefit, we have to give James Harden the health benefit.
And
True.
No, I would rather have Devin Booker on my team over. Look,
A healthy James Harden.
no,
A
Healthy.
healthy James Harden. A healthy James Harden.
what is a healthy James Harden today?
2021, Brooklyn Nets.
2021.
2021.
Brooklyn Nets.
I'm
Brooklyn Nets.
still-
What he was doing there.
Who went to the championship in 2021?
Oh my God, he was facing
No,
every
who
hurt
went to the
team
championship in 2021?
imaginable. Come
Who
on,
went to the
man.
championship in
He
2021?
was first.
The
He was
Suns. The
facing
Suns
hurt
went to the finals. The
teams.
Suns
He
went
was
to the
facing
finals.
hurt team
I'm not
after hurt
talking
Yeah,
about
team.
James.
the Suns went. The Suns went. The
Okay.
Suns went.
When has James Harden led his team to the championship like that?
Oh
on
Never.
top
my
of that,
God.
on top of that, remember, he played with Chris Paul too, and Chris Paul was younger. Multiple
And
years.
Paul-
and
Ooh,
Chris
Dub.
Paul
I
got
don't
hurt
wanna-
in the
I don't wanna
series.
hear about it. I don't
Ron,
want to hear.
Ron, you
They
gotta
played
get
multiple
me
years.
so
I don't want to hear about
tight.
that one year
You're
he
gonna
got
get
hurt.
me
They
so
played
tight.
multiple years together.
They played
Hold on,
What,
hold on.
y'all only got 10 players better than Devin Booker? That's it?
11.
We're still
No, you
playing the
got to
game.
11. Well, we have more, but
Ron,
Ron has
this is
11,
Ron.
that's
11.
it?
Think. Let's put
Ron
this
has
in
11.
perspective.
Ron,
Let's
what
put
about
this into perspective. Since
what
you
about
wanna
his
bring up
team?
CP3 on the Rockets, right? They almost beat the best team in NBA history, bro. Understand that. They almost
They
beat
played
the Suns in Game
they
7.
played the 96 Bulls?
Phoenix Suns,
Shut up.
arguably, it don't matter. That's the point I'm making. The Phoenix Suns faced hurt team after hurt team, and that's why they made the finals. 1,
They were
2.
down
You want to
2-1
mention the
to the
second year?
Lakers
Then
before AD went
2.
down.
You want to mention the second year, bro? CP3 was hurt for that whole entire year, so don't give me that shit. Don't give me
Hold
that.
on,
That
hold
was
on, hold on.
that was
I wanna
arguably
keep
one of the
playing this
worst
game.
years of Chris Paul's career, bro.
I want to keep
Yo,
playing this game.
somebody always has to get hurt for somebody to win the championship. With the Warriors that beat the Nuggets last year in the first round, if MPJ and Jamal were healthy, we don't know. So we can't really go off of that argument.
All right,
On
let's
top
keep
of that,
playing.
hey, Jason Tatum don't go to the championship last year if Chris Middleton.
Oh
played.
my
You
god.
crazy.
Anyway,
You crazy.
What? They
Ron.
wasn't beating the Bucks.
Ron,
Bro,
Chris
Mark, did
Middleton
you just
healthy, they're
see?
beating the
Did you
Bucks,
see
and they
what
were
Bobby
down
just
3-2
did?
already?
Did you
You
just see what
crazy.
Bobby
Nah.
just did?
hold on, hold
Bro,
on.
he just said, hold on, wait, let me think. Let me check my headphones.
No,
'Cause
I'm
I don't know
playing
if I
your
heard this
game. If
correctly.
you want to play this game, let's
Bobby
play this
said,
game.
Bobby said, Bobby said, we can't do that. We can't say if somebody was healthy, the other team was probably gonna win or lose. And then this man Rod says, oh well, if the Bucks had Chris Middleton, they would have won. Bobby's like, nah, you crazy, fuck out of here. Nah, that's not happening.
That's
Bobby,
it.
what are you
I'm
doing?
saying-
You switching
it.
up, bro.
It's the same thing. You said you're talking about how the Rockets would or the Suns wouldn't have beat the Lakers or this and that. And I'm saying like just because they're healthy, don't mean they were hurt. You can't do that because people get hurt every year, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing with the Bucks. I'm like,
Fact.
you can't keep doing that.
All right, let's
I'm
keep playing this
I'm
game.
on the same thing, Doug.
Ron, most skilled player in the NBA. Your words. Kyrie Irving.
No.
Mars.
Most skilled player in the NBA.
I don't, because who do you really? Because I can't. I need to say someone who's had some playoff success.
Apparently.
You don't got to have player success to be the
No.
most skilled.
Well,
To Ron, you do.
Ron is vouching
can't-
for this 2021 playoff run, so I need to find someone.
I'm even talking about before that. Devin Booker he's averaged over 26 for like the last 5 years. And people just act like he doesn't do that. Like he hasn't consistently been a bucket.
Hey, look at the
super
chat.
bucket.
Look at the chat. Skill isn't hezzy tween splash. I remember that. Skill isn't just
What is it?
all that.
What is it then? What is it?
We're not doing another skill debate. We're not.
I'm down for it because y'all
No,
pissing me off.
no,
Like, what
you're
is
not
it? What is
doing
it
that
then?
again. All right,
What is
I
it
don't.
then?
There's no such thing. Skill is arbitrary. It's made up. It's like gender. It's fluid. However you want to define it, it's up to you. No arguments. Let's move on.
I wouldn't say it's. Never mind. Let's not do that. I don't want to get canceled.
Let's move on.
And y'all keep talking about Devin Booker was losing. The minute he got a little bit of help, all of a sudden they go to the
A
championship.
little bit of help.
Wow. They get Chris Paul. But who else in the league is not playing with other all-stars too?
That's a
Said,
fact.
Let's
I'm
not
not
do
trying-
that. Let's
He
not do that.
said, I'm not
Let's
trying
not
to
do
get
that. Everybody, hey,
Chill,
every
Doug.
single
Chill,
player,
Doug.
every single player has another all-star next to him. And I want to know, these guys that you're saying are better than him, what have they done by themselves? Devin Booker was literally on the worst team in the league for about 4 or 5 years in a row. So you can't give me that argument. They eventually get competent, and now they all of a sudden go to a finals run. I'm like, come on, bro. They weren't. There were
There were people arguing that Chris Paul was the best player on that team. I wasn't
fact,
making the
okay.
argument.
They
but
had
there were
they had
people arguing
And
CP3
it-
MVP. Didn't he
And it's
finish
people, and it's
five?
people, and it
That's
was
true.
people arguing that AD was better than Bron. Okay, then
Yeah.
so what are we
And-
talking
that.
about?
And AD was a top 3 player in the NBA.
Hold
Okay,
up,
exactly my point.
CP3
So,
was
like,
top 5 in MVP voting that year, I think, right?
What did you?
Something
You bet not bring up that MVP voting after you just did that bullshit earlier.
I'm
You
just saying.
care about it.
Come on.
You care
No.
about it.
I
You
don't.
care about it.
Listen, Ron.
I care about
You've been
MVP
on this
voting?
whole train,
Yeah.
on this
You
accolade.
When did I
must care
say I
about
cared
MVP.
about
You must
MVP
care about
voting?
you must care about MVPs.
When did I say I cared about MVP?
You can't
voting
have
like
it
that?
both ways, Ron. You
So
sit
you
here
care
bringing
about
up finals
MVPs, but not the
performance.
voting that gets you an MVP.
What's the 2 ways that I'm having it?
You sitting
Because
here
first
saying
off, time out.
you
I
saying-
do care about
you
MVPs,
saying-
but just because you're in the race doesn't even mean that you would have a chance of being MVP. Chris
Let me-
Paul had
wait,
0%
Let me
chance to be
clarify.
MVP last year.
Cool.
Chris Paul got votes.
Let's wait right there.
He
Let's
had
stop right there.
0%
Let's
chance to
stop.
win MVP
Let's
last
stop
year.
right there. Let's
You
stop
wouldn't
right
have
there,
put
right?
a penny on Chris Paul winning
Let's
MVP
stop.
last year.
Hold on. Let's stop
I'm not a
right there,
gambling
right?
man.
What's it
Shit,
called?
I'm a gambler, man.
If two guys are on the same team and one is in the MVP voting, one isn't, who's better?
That doesn't mean that you're better. That
Who's
does
better?
not mean
He
you're
got
better.
two first
That
place
does
votes.
that does not mean you're better.
He
Come
got
on.
more first
That
place
is
votes
not-
than Giannis and
You're
Embiid.
on the same team.
That does
He had
not
more
mean-
first
that
place
does not
votes than
mean that
Giannis
you're
and
better
Embiid.
because
That
you
means
got
Who had a
two
better
two
year?
MVP votes.
Who had a Paul? Was Paul George
First
a better
place
player than
votes. He had
Russell
other
Westbrook?
votes.
During that year?
Yeah. Was Paul George better player that 28 points per game year?
I mean, you could say he had a better year, yeah. You could say that.
He was a better player that year, right?
Better player, I would still probably go with Westbrook.
Ron, you
Right.
got
But
Ron, you got-
my point is that if a guy who's playing at that high of a caliber level, majority of the times, I may disagree with you. I think Devin Booker is better, but to sit here and just dismiss that as if he didn't have a guy like a CP3 on his team and act as if he did this all by himself, like, come on, Ron. We're not
Devin's-
doing that.
said he did it all by
Devin's better
himself.
than Paul George. He's better than Paul George.
I never said. Hold on,
Toronto
I'll get to Paul George in a second. I never said that that Devin Booker didn't have help. But then you guys keep negating the fact, keep bringing up the fact when he didn't have help. What did he do? What is
That
he
was the
supposed
chat.
to
I
do?
never said anything
What
about
is
him
he?
being
I'm
better.
talking about the chat, Mars. I never said
Oh.
you. The chat keeps
I
bringing
thought
that
it
up.
was.
What the fuck is he supposed to do with the Phoenix Suns team? You guys can't even name me their starting lineup any year prior to 2019. You can't right now. Don't look up nothing. Name me their starting lineup. Them dudes was running through point guards, running through centers. They had literally nothing. And Devin Booker was still going out there averaging 26. Okay, he was averaging 26, right? What are you going to say? Oh, Ron, that was 50 stats. That doesn't matter. He gets Chris Paul. They get DeAndre Ayton. And all of a sudden, they're the number one team in the West. His stats don't change a bit. He's still averaging 26, 4, and 5. So now it goes all of a sudden from empty stats to now, oh, well, he had help, so it doesn't matter. So you guys can't have it both ways.
I'm lost.
This man has been
lost.
doing the same thing for the last
Who are you comparing him
5,
against
6
to again?
years.
I'm
not
lost.
comparing
Who
him
are
to
you?
nobody. I'm not
Who's
comparing
he
him to
better
nobody.
than?
Spitting
I'm
is
talking
what he's
about
doing.
what he's did.
I agree with you about
That
Devin
gets
Booker.
negated.
I agree with you on Devin Booker. He gets negated. He gets treated badly. I agree with you 100% on that. But we're sitting here and talking about you saying he's a top 10, top 12 player. We bring up the likes of Anthony
12.
Davis,
What-
Trae Young, all these other Paul George as well. We got to sit here and bring up all these other factors, bro. That's exactly what we're doing.
What factors are we bringing up?
You
You
keep
said
because
AD,
you
Trae
say
Young.
we
I
say
said-
About
that
the factor
I
that
said
he's
that
not
they're
top
better.
10.
we say
About
Devin.
that.
You say Devin Booker's top 12, and you run to he waited to the finals. Jason Tatum, what he did in his final performance is better than what Jason Tatum didn't win. So then we start bringing in the factors which led him there, and then you're like, nah, we can't do that. Nah, we can't do that.
I'm not
If
saying we can't do
that.
that. I'm not saying we can't do that. But let's keep it even then. Let's talk about the other all-stars that these other players are playing with as well. Because you guys are saying something like him playing with Chris Paul all of a sudden is a knock to who he is as a player. That's not the case. I'm saying everybody plays with all-stars. So when he got an all-star and went to the finals and made the finals run, yes, Chris Paul helped. But he was a heavy factor and
Nobody's
contributor
disputing
on that
that.
team.
Nobody's
Okay.
disputing that. But when we're talking about Jason Tatum and Jason Tatum especially, we got to include all these other factors. You came out your mouth and you
Yeah.
said, "Oh, what he did in that finals performance was more in that finals run was
And
more
it was.
impressive than Jason Tatum."
And it
What
was.
I'm saying is not that impressive for me when he's facing hurt team after hurt team in order to get to the finals.
And
that's what
why
I'm
I
saying.
brought up that hurt team that Jason Tatum played against too that
It's
they would have
one.
lost.
He played
They
literally
played against a
almost.
crippled
he
Bucks
played-
team.
He played a Clippers and a Lakers team that was hurt, bro.
Most definitely, he did. That happened.
They would have lost both of those
That happened.
series.
That
if
happened, but
if
The
they
Denver
was
team
healthy.
was hurt as well. Denver was hurt.
The
as
No,
well.
for
Denver
sure.
team was hurt as well, Ron.
Well, undoubtedly, and that was the case. I'm not negating that, but I'm saying let's keep
Giannis
the same
was also hurt as well, and he lost. So
They got smoked up.
everyone was hurt. He played against, but it's whatever. And
That's-
then the next year, when he
Jason
plays
Tatum-
healthy teams, he ends up wetting the bed
Jason
against
Tatum, what
Devin
he
Booker.
did
I
this
mean,
year was
Luka Doncic.
phenomenal, bro. You can't take that away. You
It
want to see
was,
Devin
but like
Booker?
I said,
You want to say
like I
Devin
said,
Booker's was better? Cool.
Like
But
I
let's
said,
go
they
with
don't
what
make
they
it past
last
the
done.
second round.
Let's go with what
They
they
don't make it
last
past the
done.
second round.
What did Devin Booker just show you?
What do you mean?
What did he just show you?
Yo, B, I can run 2 years ago and say, what did JT show me that year?
2 years
Jason
ago, that's
Tatum-
not what just
Jason
happened.
Tatum-
2 years
What
ago when
just
he lost in the
happened?
conference finals.
Jason Tatum showed me, or Devin Booker showed me enough in that year to let me know what he is and what he's
Jason
about.
Tatum went up against.
Man,
the
you
likes of
got to keep
LeBron.
doing it. Though. You can't do it
Hold on,
once
wait.
and
Wait,
just
let's
get.
do this. Let's do
you
it.
gotta keep
Jason
doing it.
Tatum.
Jason
He's had
Tatum's
two
been to the
opportunities.
Hold on,
Jason Tatum's been to the
He's
conference
had two
finals
opportunities to
multiple
do it.
3 years in
He's
3 out
had
of
two
5.
opportunities to do it.
Jason Tatum showed up on the likes of LeBron, played well. Went up against Miami Heat,
Absolutely.
played well. Went up against
Absolutely.
the Brooklyn Nets, played well. Went up this year, played well, made it to the finals. So what are you talking about?
Nah, Jason
Yo.
Tatum, in those moments, Jason Tatum do be balling.
How is
I'll
one
give it-
season?
I'll
How does
give it to
one
him.
season overlap what Jason Tatum has done for the last 4 or 5 years?
And even in those 4 or
Talk
5
that
years,
talk.
even in those 4 or 5 years, because I can go 5 years back, Devin Booker was still performing better than Jason Tatum. Yeah, Jason Tatum was on. No, check it out. Yeah, Jason Tatum was on a better team because the same reason you will get for Magic. Oh, he was drafted into this team. Jason Tatum was drafted into a winning
Who
situation.
cares if you're losing though? Who cares if you
but
We're
losing?
that's
talking
the
about
point
right
I'm
now.
trying to
Devin
make.
Booker hasn't been a better player than Jason Tatum since 20.
Let's just talk about the last 2 seasons. Just the last 2 seasons. I don't want to talk about when the Suns was getting smacked. Let's talk about the last 2 seasons, bro. And either way you spin it, Book not fucking with JT.
Y'all got
Not
your
even,
opinion. I
not
got
even.
my opinion. I think Devin
Big
Booker's
facts.
a better player than that. And on top of that, let's play the flip flop game. What happens if those two players get flip flopped?
Oh my
If
God.
we put
Hey,
Devin
the Suns,
Booker on
the Suns probably beat the Bucks last year.
Look, stop.
The Suns
If-
probably beat
stop.
the Bucks last year.
Stop.
Talk that talk, Bobby.
If we
Salute,
put
my
Devin-
guy.
if we put Devin Booker on the Celtics, and it's like, Devin Booker, we just need you to come out here and score, they do the same thing too. They go to the finals. They go to the finals last year too
and lose.
and lose. Yes, they do the
So-
same thing. That's what I said.
So you think Jason Tatum and Devin Booker are equal?
It's very close. It's very close. I'm just
You
saying.
think they do the same thing? You
I
think
got
they're
Dev.
equal?
It might be
I got
it
Devin
might
Booker.
it might be a size thing too. It might just be that JT's bigger than him. It could just be physical attributes. You
But
know,
that's
No,
also
JT
what I
is
keep.
just a
I keep
better
having to come
basketball
up
player
here
than Devin
episode
Booker.
after episode.
I think so.
I keep having to come up here episode after episode and say, you guys choose your favorite basketball players like girls choose men. Oh, he's tall. Oh, his game is pretty. He can dribble.
Devin Booker's game is prettier
he
than
got a
Jason
bag.
Tatum's, bro.
He can hit a turnaround fadeaway.
Devin Booker probably has a better bag than him, bro.
No.
But
No.
don't put that on me.
Okay,
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you got the same skill set or a very similar skill set, the bigger player is going to be better. It's not. I'm not choosing boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about basketball. If you're 6'5" and you got the same skill set as somebody that's 6'9", the 6'9" player is better. That's just common knowledge.
And he's a better defender. Let's not forget.
All right, let's hit these soupies. Andrew G. Hashtag justice for Jaylen Brown. Ron, know how good Jaylen Brown is. He's top 20 to me. Second best shooting guard. Second best shooting guard in the NBA.
He better than Devin Booker.
Okay.
Ron.
Okay.
Aritro Anon. Booker ain't done jack without CP, Ron.
Now, give me a star who's done jack without the star that they currently have. Tell me.
We
Tell
know,
me.
Ron. We know. Eric Dupree, Ron, what fully healthy team did the Suns beat in 2021?
They didn't beat no fully healthy team.
That's not their fault though.
They didn't. They just beat the team that was in front of them.
Aritro, that's facts, and that's what's most important. Aritro Anon with another super chat. Remember when JT cooked your Bucks, Ron?
Yeah, I do remember. And our second best player wasn't there. The person that would have been guarding him.
Al Horford.
Hey, but
person
they
that would've
just
been
beat.
letting him
They
have
just
it.
beat who was in front of them, though, Ron.
They had
Exactly.
Drew Holiday.
Who was in front of him.
Shout out Al Horford.
They had Drew
Eric
Holiday.
Dupree with the super chat. 92 Bulls are better than 96.
92 Bulls
So?
are better than 96.
So shit.
Mike Will. Devin Booker is definitely a top 15 player in the league right now. Top 3 shooting guard in the league, and he is not 3. Okay,
Thank
Devin
you,
Booker
Mike
top
Will.
15. That's fine.
you,
Ron's
Mike
saying
Will.
he's number 7.
I'm at 12.
Yeah, we know. My God,
I know
yo.
someone who thinks Evan Mobley's better than Devin Booker. Just why I'd say that.
That's all right. We all have crazy takes, right?
Opinions are opinions, I suppose. Gentlemen, final words.
Wow, it's been a crazy ride. I'm sad it's ending.
Oh, it's been
God
a
bless
crazy
y'all.
ride.
Salute to y'all. Kareem the
Debonair's on
fraud.
top.
Debonair's on top.
Kareem the fraud is crazy.
That's
Ron,
ridiculous.
Why back?
Ooh, why back? Why?
if Kareem is the fraud, Patrick Mahomes is the frog.
No. MJ Mahomes.
You seen that
salute.
video? Hey, you seen that video?
No, I haven't. You gotta show me that.
He said, what was he saying in the video? He's like, don't make me come over there.
Oh,
I gotta find the video and send it to you. That was so
You gotta send it to me.
Bob, final words. Don't make me come over there.
Man, y'all make sure y'all pick up a book today. Read at least 30 minutes. Twist up something, put it in the air for me.
Hey, Bobby with the life advice. I love it. Mars.
Goodbye.
And on that note, goodbye. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Sunday. Make sure you tune into Gridiron tonight, and make sure you tap into Fluent and Chill back on the channel tomorrow. And Friday, a little surprise, new show coming. All right, y'all. We'll catch you. Debonair's on top. Peace out.
yo, I'm in the Discord.